Yeah, that's good. No.
Who's it?
Here you go.
That's good. That ain't good.
Yeah, that's good, Carl.
I mean, like,
He's my word.
I hope you get orders to call.
Don't need my headphones.
I see a lot of, I don't know.
Or light speaker, you take it here.
Already on.
Person on Zoom user, please mute yourself. Please mute.
All big
Oh, he
speaker.
said me.
Right here.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Ms. Robs.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Yancy. Good morning.
All right, good morning, everyone. 36th District Court is now in session. I am Judge Shannon A. Holmes, and I'm serving today as your presiding judge. Good morning to everyone in the courtroom. We are ready to start our Veterans Treatment Court docket. I am going to start on this morning with the attorneys. If you could place your appearance on the record.
Thank you, Judge, and good morning. For the record, Jesse Reed, Vet Court, Drug Court Defense Attorney, P 23863. Judge, if I may, I'd like to make a motion, a continuing motion, that my appearance be for all my clients this morning. Thank you, Judge. Good morning, and good morning, courtroom. Thank you.
All right, good morning, Mr. Reed, and your motion is granted. Mr. Fikens?
Thank you and good morning, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P 31894, Specialty Court Defense Counsel. I too would make a similar motion.
All right, good morning, Mr. Fikens, and your motion is granted. I am now ready. Let's see, I do see the mentor. All right, Mr. Parker.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning, everyone. Jimmy Parker, Veterans Treatment Court Mentor.
All right, good morning, Mr. Parker. Thank you for serving on today. And then I see Miss Robs. Come on, Miss Robs, place your appearance on the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ebony Robb, Specialty Court Case Manager.
All right, good morning, Miss Robs. Good morning to you. And then Mr. Kusheri.
Good morning, Your Honor. Daniel Kusheri, Veterans Justice Outreach Coordinator with the Detroit VA.
All right, good morning, Mr. Kusheri.
Morning.
And good morning in the courtroom, Ms. Mack, Officer Lott. Good morning to you all. Thank you for coming to serve. Ms. Wilson, good morning.
Good morning,
Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, we are all set and ready to go. I am going to make sure everybody understands that on this morning, everyone is to remain in the courtroom until I have finished all of the Veterans Treatment Court docket. Everyone shall remain, and then you will all be excused at the same time. We are getting back to our standards for this program. We know that the pandemic threw us into this whole virtual thing. But listen, if you have not gotten vaccinated, that's unfortunate for you because we are going to get back to some normalcy. And normalcy prior to the pandemic was that everyone came into the courtroom. So while I'm not making everyone come down physically to the courtroom unless there's a problem, everyone will have to remain in the virtual courtroom because that is the standard best practices for specialty court. So with that, I am going to ask the attorneys first, are there any preliminary matters for my consideration?
Judge, I was informed that we have 3 intakes today, one from Cleveland, one from Miss Robb, and one from Mr. Yancey. I don't know if any of those are veteran intakes or if they're in the courtroom now, but if they are, I'd like to go into a breakout room to talk to the new participants.
All right, and so Ms. Robbs, do we have any of our new intakes in already this morning?
Your Honor, Mr. William Brown is our new intake for veterans, but he's in the lab testing at this time. He should
Okay,
be wrapping up in just a second, Your Honor.
and then you all will need to set up the room, right, for him to be able to talk with the attorneys, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, are there any other intakes that are on this morning? Is this Mr. McCullough Harrell is an intake, is that correct? Or
No,
has he
Your
already
Honor,
done his intake?
he was accepted into the program last week, Wednesday.
All right, he's on early this morning unless he's a veteran.
I'll inform him, Your Honor, to log back in at 9:45.
Yes, yes, thank you so much. All right, very good. No other intakes are in. Ms. Robbs and Ms. Mack will count on you all to let us know as people show up so that we can place them in breakout rooms to get assessed, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Very good. With that, Ms. Robbs, I'm going to have you tell me, do we have any phase 3 individuals on this morning for our Veterans Treatment Court?
Yes, Your Honor. We have Mr. Ralph Keith,
All right, Mr. Keith, good morning to you. Unmute for me.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Where are you? You disappeared. I hear your voice. I don't see. There you go.
Yeah, they're
Good
right.
morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. Good morning. Let me place your case number on the record. I have SP 103-07631. Mr. Keith, state your full name for me.
Ralph Lee Keith.
All right, Mr. Keith, how are you doing?
I'm doing really good, but I got a head cold.
Oh, okay. You taking care of yourself though?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. Mr. Keith, have you been working your program?
Yes, ma'am. Every day.
Listen,
Every day.
I've not gotten any reports that say otherwise about you. So I am elated that you are working your program, sir. How
Yes,
do you
ma'am. Thank
feel?
you. Pardon?
How do you feel?
I feel good, but just this head cold is just getting me down. I've been taking Alka-Seltzer Plus, but I think I need to go in and see what's wrong.
Okay, now go see what's wrong, because it's a
All
whole
right.
lot of stuff going on out there.
Yes,
Everybody's so
ma'am.
consumed with COVID. There's still the flu and everything else, other
Yes,
viral
ma'am.
infections that are going on out
Yes,
there.
ma'am.
So take care of yourself, all right?
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying my best.
All right, very good. And so, Mr. Keith, have you been struggling with anything that you need us to help you with?
No, ma'am. I've been getting along pretty good.
You have?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right.
I've been managing my money pretty good, and I'm making my meetings on a regular basis.
Did y'all see that head nod when he said, I've been managing my money pretty good? I saw that. All right, sir. That's right. Manage that money pretty good, Mr.
Yes,
Keith.
ma'am.
All right, very good. Nothing you need us to help you with?
No, ma'am. I'm good.
All right, very good. Mr. Kusheri, anything to report out on Mr. Keith?
Yeah, Judge, Mr. Keith is doing excellent. He's compliant with all of his treatment. He continues to engage in MAT. He gets psychiatry from the VA. He engages in a plethora of recovery work. And all of UDS ETGs have been negative at Toland Park. He's doing exceptional.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Kusheri. Ms. Robbs.
Your Honor, I concur with Mr. Kusheri. Mr. Keith is doing extremely well. He is in phase 3. He's complying with your court order, Your Honor. He's just doing a good job. And Mr. Keith, I encourage you just to continue to keep doing a great job and keep thinking recovery first, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Robbs.
All right, very good. So, Mr. Keith, you're in phase 3. I need you to share some words of wisdom with those who are in the program. We have some folks that are getting relaxed in some standards and not showing up for testing and stuff showing up in their tests. And we've got a couple of little things that are going on. What can you say to encourage the folks that are on this morning?
First and foremost, staying clean has to come first, no matter what. And we stress that if you want to stay clean, you can. Make meetings on a regular basis, get a sponsor, get phone numbers and use them. And first and foremost, stay clean, no matter what.
Yes. All right, Mr. Keith. I hope everybody was listening. That was some good stuff. Absolutely.
Yes,
all right. Is Mr. Keith's mentor on? Who's Mr. Keith's mentor?
Your Honor, it's Mr. Scott. I'm not sure why he's not here. I can give him a buzz, but I had spoken with him and he did say that he has no issues with Mr. Keith and he's been compliant.
All right, wonderful. Sounds good. Very good. Anything from the attorneys as to Mr. Keith?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Keep up the good work, Mr. Keith. We're proud of you. We know it's not easy, but you're doing a great job. Great attitude. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, if I might add, I agree with what Mr. Reed just said, Mr. Keith. You know, you've just sailed through this program. You've done a great job week after week. You keep plugging away just like a veteran would do. You should be proud of yourself, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, very good. Miss Robbs, what's next for Mr. Keith?
Your Honor, Mr. Keith is in phase 3. He will return, he will have a face-to-face on April 26th, 2022 at 10:35 a.m. And then a return to court date, Your Honor, of May 3rd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m.
8:35. Let's keep them on.
8:35, I apologize, Your Honor.
There we go. All right. Very good. Very good. All right. Did you get that, Mr. Keith?
Yes, Your Honor, I just wrote it down.
All
April
right.
the 26th and at 10:35 and May the 3rd at 8:35.
All right. Very good. And so, Ms. Robs, do you have any other phase 3s this morning?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Keith is the only phase 3?
On Zoom this morning. Yes,
All
Your
right.
Honor.
Very good. I'm not going to, I had said I would keep all of the veterans together. I'll do it. I'll continue to do it by phases. And so, Mr. Keith, since you are the only phase 3, we are going to celebrate and thank you on this morning for your service to this country and your service to all of us. Come on, let's thank Mr. Keith. Thank you so much. Listen, I want you to keep up the great work that you're doing. I'm going to see you back. And if you need us, you know, you can always reach out, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Your
All
Honor.
right, before you leave, I need to make sure everybody is saving the date, May 19th. May 19th. May 19th. That is our specialty court graduation, our first graduation since the pandemic in person. And you are required to be there. So start making arrangements. It will count as a court visit, one of your court visits. Okay, but you are required to be there. It's our time to celebrate you, those that are graduating, as well as those who have been working hard in the program. And so please make sure that you save that date. All right, very good. All right, take care, Mr. Keith.
Your Honor, if I
Yes.
may, I apologize. I do have one more phase 3 person. It's an error in my, it's Mr. Carl Glenn. He's also in
Oh.
phase 3.
Oh, hold on, Mr. Keith. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet.
No, Your Honor, I'm still here.
All right. Come on, Mr. Glenn, unmute for me. Good morning, Mr. Glenn.
Good morning.
Mr. Glenn, you cut your hair, didn't you?
Yeah.
You look so nice. Yes, you do. Good
Thank you.
morning. How are you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling pretty good.
You are. All right,
Yeah.
let me place your case number on the record. I have case number U 587-675-20. State your full name.
Carl Earl Glenn.
All right, Mr. Glenn, how are things going with you?
Pretty good.
They are.
I just celebrated over a year clean. May 9th was a year clean.
Yeah.
I mean, April 9th. I'm sorry.
April 9th. Come on, Mr. Glenn. How does it feel to be clean a whole year?
Yeah, I feel real good. I made it through.
You made it through?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Glenn, very good. You still being kind over there to your family?
Yes.
You are.
Yes, I'm being real good to my wife.
You are. Make
She's
sure.
she's right here.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is Mr.
Yeah.
Glenn being kind to you?
Yeah, thank you for, helpful.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for supporting him. Thank you. All right. Mr. Glenn, do you have anything that you need us to work on with you or to help you with?
Yes, I need Mr. Monsieur help. I had ran out of my pain medication for my leg. And I tried, and I threw away the bottle. And now I don't remember, I don't know the name of the medication. And I tried calling the pharmacy, but they don't know the name of it. All I know, it came with a blue cap on it. And I was wondering, could Mr. Monsieur try to find out some way, if it's possible to, because I need that medication.
Okay, Mr. Kushiri, are you able to help with that? And I'm assuming that's a non-narcotic, right?
Yeah.
That is correct, Your Honor. And Mr. Glenn, good morning. I would be happy to do that for you. Do you want to pick it up at the pharmacy or do you want it mailed?
They can mail it to me.
Do you have enough medicine to last you? Because when I do
No, I don't have any.
okay, it'll take them, 5 to 7 days. So if you want, I can have it mailed to you and then you can pick up a bridge dose at the pharmacy. Or
Okay.
Would that work for you? Because I don't want you to be without medicine.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, all right, I'll get that in. Just make sure that you go down there for a bridge dose because the mail order will not arrive probably until after Easter.
Okay,
Okay.
Mr. Glenn?
So, what do I check today?
Can he check at the pharmacy today, Mr. Kushiri, to pick up his bridge dose?
Yes, Mr. Glenn, I'll do it right now. So when you go to the pharmacy, it'll be ready for you, okay?
Okay.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Kushiri. And thank you, Mr. Glenn, for letting us know what's going on, okay?
Okay.
All right, what else? Is there anything else going on that we need to know about?
No, I'm doing pretty good.
All right, that's good. You look like you're doing pretty good.
Thank
All
you.
right. Ms. Robs, what do you have to report out on Mr. Glenn?
Your Honor, Mr. Glenn is doing extremely well. Congratulations to you, Mr. Glenn, on your year of recovery. Your Honor, he's been doing a great job. He's compliant with his testing. As Mr. Kushiri said, he's compliant with his VA. I have no issues to report at this time on Mr. Glenn.
All right, very good. Mr. Kushiri, everything's good with the VA?
Yes, Your Honor, he's compliant with all of his mental health treatment. Congratulations, Mr. Glenn, on a solid year of abstinence and recovery. You're doing great.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right, very good, very good. If nothing else, Mr. Glenn, you have to give some words of wisdom to the people in the courtroom this morning. You're in phase 3. What can you tell them to help them?
Well, I'll just say, just stay focused on your cleanness and just be true to yourself.
Yeah, be honest about where you are and who you are, right?
Yes.
As you work toward recovery. Very good, Mr. Glenn. Very good. All right, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, was there anything you wanted to add for Mr. Glenn?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Congratulations, Mr. Glenn, on the 1 year clean. Your attitude has changed so much since you've been in the program. I remember talking to you and going over the court's order when you came into the program. We're proud of what you're doing. Keep up the good work, sir, and be safe. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And if I might add, Your Honor, you've certainly done a great job, sir, throughout this 1 year. You should be proud of yourself because that's a great accomplishment. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right, very good. If nothing else for Mr. Glenn, I need to get those return to court dates. And then Ms. Robs, check your messages. Ms. Robs, what's next for Mr. Glenn?
Yes, Your Honor. A return face-to-face on April 26, 2022 at 10:35 a.m. and a return to court date of May 3rd, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
All right, sounds great. And so I need everyone in the courtroom to join me in thanking Mr. Glenn for his service to this country and his service to us. Thank you, Mr. Glenn. We appreciate you. All right. I want you to have a wonderful day, have a wonderful rest of the week, as well as the holidays are coming. So make good choices, both of you in phase 3. Enjoy your families, and we'll see you back. We're here if you need us, okay?
Okay, all right.
All right, take care. Just the phase 3 people are leaving at this time.
Okay.
All right, very good. Let's keep going, Ms. Robs. I'm ready for phase 2.
Yes, Your Honor. We have Mr. Kenneth Purry.
Oh, lucky.
All right, Mr. Purry, are you there? Unmute
Yes,
for me, Mr. Purry. All right.
Yes, good morning, Judge. How are you today?
I am well. How are you, Mr. Purry?
Good, good.
Very good. I have the following for you. I have case number U 582-574-20. State your full name.
Kenneth Purry.
All right, Mr. Purry, how are things going?
Things are going pretty good, Your Honor.
They are?
Yes, I don't have any complaints.
All right, tell me what's going good, Mr. Purry.
Well, you know, they say happy wife, happy life.
And I believe that's right. A genius coined that phrase.
Yeah. And I think my wife is pretty happy now because she was in a state of, I don't know what you want to call it, but, you know, she wasn't happy.
Okay.
But now she's happy, and we're doing much better. You know, things are coming together now.
Yes, very good, very good. And so are you having any challenges with anything that you need us to help you with or that we can assist you with?
I hope so. I'm having trouble keeping gas in my car with the prices the way they are. So if you can help me out with a gas card or something.
Listen, what I can do, I have a shiny red bike, and I figured maybe I could rent it out for these high gas prices. I told y'all better have a COVID hustle, and now we need another kind of hustle, right?
Right.
That bicycle. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna pass on the bike. I think I may be able to make ends meet.
You can make
keep
ends
some gas
meet?
in there.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. That's what I had to tell that middle son. Gas is so high, I need some help. My nice shiny red bike is out there. Go get it. Make sure it has enough air in the tires and get the pedal, buddy.
Wow.
All of a sudden, he found gas money, Mr. Purry, just like you. He found gas money.
Yeah, I bet you that gave him some motivation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, I'm glad to hear that you're doing well and that you're working hard. How is work going?
Oh, work is going good. They changed my schedule. I'm no longer off on the weekends. I'm off on Monday and Tuesday now. So I work on Saturday and Sunday. I'm not really happy about that, but you know, it's work. And plus they pay a little more.
Well,
So that helps out with that gas.
Well, now. Yes. All right. Okay. So very good. Miss Robs, what do you have for Mr. Purry?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Purry is in phase 2. As he indicated, Your Honor, he's still working, he's still employed. I just want to congratulate give him an applaud, Your Honor, as because Mr. Purry has really done some great work. We're getting linked back up with the VA. He checks in with me consistently, sharing words, of encouragement for sobriety. He's just really doing a great job. He's testing compliant, Your Honor. I have no issues to report at this time on Mr. Purry.
Wonderful. All right, Mr. Kushiri.
Yes, Your Honor. So Mr. Purry is doing well. He is compliant with all of his treatment. He's engaged in outpatient at the VA. He's meeting all of his appointments. He's engaged in psychiatry, and he is stable and doing well at this time. Good to see you, Mr. Purry.
Good to see you, Mr. Kasarian. Thank you.
All right. Very good. Very good. For the mentor, for Mr. Purry, anything?
Yes, Shannon. Good morning, Mr. Purry.
Good morning, Mr. Parker.
Yes, you sound well. You sound good. And I also agree with you. Happy wife, happy life. Just like Judge Holmes, my son once was without a car and he was asking me to use my car, and I had a nice bike out in the garage. I let him use that. And but the bike is still there. So, but I understand gas prices are going up. It's not like it used to be where I don't want to tell my age, so I won't. But I remember when you can get gas cheap. So Mr. Purry, he assured me, Yana, that he's doing well, and that the family's doing well, and that and he's certainly keeping up with his the court orders, and he's working good, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So Mr. Purry, keep up the good work. I appreciate you, and keep on doing what you're doing. Thank you, Yana.
Thank you.
Right. You're very welcome. Very good. All right, Mr. Purry, no questions for the team this morning?
I want to know how I get to phase 3.
All right, you need to have some conversation with Miss Robs. Okay. And she will tell you how to get there, okay?
Okay.
All right, you have any words of encouragement this morning for the group?
No, just that, like Ralph said, staying clean must come first, and staying connected is just as important. You
Yeah.
got to stay focused.
Yes, I like that too. Stay connected. Stay connected to positive people, positive resources. Very good. Very, very good. All right, Mr. Perry, you're gonna have to hang around till your phase 2 folks get finished. But before you mute yourself, I need everyone to join me in thanking Mr. Perry for his service. Thank you, Mr. Perry. We
You
appreciate
guys
it.
are all welcome.
Thank you. All right, mute yourself. Oh, did we get return to court dates for Mr. Perry?
No, Your Honor.
Let's do it.
Your Honor, he will have a face-to-face, Mr. Perry will have a face-to-face on April 26, 2022 at 10:35 a.m. And then a return to court date, Your Honor, of May 3rd, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, Ms. Robs. All right, Mr. Perry, place yourself on mute for me.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All
You guys
right.
have a wonderful day.
You too. All right, Ms. Robs, who do we have in phase 2?
Your Honor, we have Mr. Jeffrey Franklin.
Mr. Franklin, do Mr. Franklin have some concerns going on?
Your Honor, we were able to take care of that. He made sure to go and test on yesterday. We're just awaiting his results. All of his previous have been negative. So we're just waiting on those results. They're pending in jams as we speak, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Franklin is not present on the screen, so let's go to the next person.
Yes, Your Honor. We have Mr. Dennis McKinley.
Mr. McKinley, where are you? There you are. Good morning to you, Mr. McKinley.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
How are you this morning?
I'm fine. And yourself?
I'm doing very well, thank you. I have the following. I have case number 210-567-6801. Mr. McKinley, state your full name for me.
My name is Dennis McKinley.
All right. Are things going well with you, Mr. McKinley?
Yes, Your Honor, sure is.
All right. We hit a little bump in the road the last time we were together.
Yes, ma'am, we sure did.
Have you done some course correction?
Yes, ma'am, I'm working on a recovery every single day. Things
What-
doesn't always go the way I planned, but I'm working and I'm working at the program.
All right. Very good. Is there any one particular thing that you do every day to work on recovery?
Well, there's several things I do every single day as a part of my recovery. And I'm sort of a religious person, so I do pray, but I also try to stay absentism from the old friends and foe. I work at that every day, even though I don't always be successful, but I try 100% of the time.
Very good. Keep trying, Mr. McKinley. Every
Yes,
day. Keep
Yes,
trying.
ma'am.
Okay?
Yes,
Keep
ma'am.
trying.
Thank
Very
you.
proud of you for the try. Definitely. All right. Very good. Is there anything you're struggling with that you need us to help you with?
Well, I didn't feel too well yesterday, but so thank God I rest up pretty good and I feel pretty good today. Thank you.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Very glad to hear that. And so nothing you need us to help you with, or is there anything you need us to help you with?
No, ma'am, you all have been wonderful so far, and I appreciate everybody, the whole 36th district team. And
All
the
right.
outreach of
I'm sorry, say that again.
the whole 36th district team and the outreach of the VA connection, Mr. Kacheri and the mentors and everyone. Thank you.
All right. Very good. Very good. We're glad to assist you, and we're glad that you're accepting the help that's been made available. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Robs, what do you have with respect to Mr. McKinley?
Your Honor, Mr. McKinley is doing well. He's in compliance with his testing at JAMS. He's in compliance with your court order at this time, Your Honor. He's in a good place. Mr. McKinley, I encourage you to reach out to your mentor for additional assistance and just keep up the good work. And I'm here if you need me.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, very good. Mr. Kasheri, anything as to Mr. McKinley?
Yes, Judge. Mr. McKinley is doing well. since the previous hiccup. He's engaged in treatment. He's compliant with everything. He's an active participant in all of the individual and group work, and he's entirely compliant with everything at this time.
All right, very good, very good. If anything else, as to Mr. McKinley.
I'm sorry, was that question for me?
No, it was for the rest of the team. And I think I see Mr. Fikes, your mouth is moving, but you were on mute, I think.
Judge, no, I just wanted to say, great job, Mr. McKinley. You're really doing it. You pulled it all together. You have a great attitude and approach, and that's what I think got you over that little bump we had. And keep up the great work, sir. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Python.
All right, very good. If nothing else, Ms. Robs, give me some dates for Mr. McKinley.
Yes, Your Honor. If we can have Mr. McKinley return to court on April 26, 2022, physically at 8:35 a.m.
Okay. All right, very good. Did you get that, Mr. McKinley?
I sure did. It's face to face, April the 26th.
No, you have to report physically to the courthouse on April 26, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Yes, I have that.
All right, wonderful. All right, if nothing else, we're going to thank you for your service, but you have to stick with us until we finish phase 2, okay?
Thank you.
All right, let's thank Mr. McKinley for his service to this country. Thank you, Mr. McKinley. We appreciate you. We certainly do. All right, very good. Ms. Robs, do you have any other phase 2?
Yes, Your Honor. It looks like Mr. Franklin is back on the screen. Yes, he's on the screen now for phase 2.
Oh, okay. All right. Mr. Franklin, if you could unmute. I have the following for Jeffrey Franklin.
Yes, I'm unmuted now.
Yes. SP 105-98852 and case number 134-045-831. Mr. Franklin, state your full name for me, please.
Jeffrey Franklin.
All right, Mr. Franklin, how are you today?
I'm still managing, Judge Shannon. I'm doing quite well under the circumstances. Consider that.
Okay. So Mr. Franklin, Ms. Robs raised an issue that's an issue for me, that you're not going to your testing as scheduled. That's problematic. And as a matter of fact, I indicated to Ms. Robs that you really should, when we staffed yesterday, that you should be coming into the courthouse for missing those screens. But she explained to me that you started a new job. Listen, I want to work with you and I want you to keep that job. But there are things that you're going to have to do in order to keep that job. So because the next time that you miss, I am going to have you come and sit at the courtroom all day with me. And, and you'll have to deal with your job. You have to test. It is a part of the program. It is a requirement. It is not optional. We don't get to opt out of testing at all. We don't know what's working and what's not working if folks are not testing. It is required. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah,
so,
absolutely, Judge. Yeah.
I'm not sure why you're missing, but you've got to go to your testing. No excuses.
Right. As you said, there is no excuse. I think as I was telling Ms. Rob, it's been just a little bit overwhelmed with all the things that are going on. But again, that's not an excuse. I wasn't there. I just was doing some things at work and went over to like 6 o'clock, and then I just forgot about I had to be there by 7. But only thing I could do was come back the next available time they opened up, which was like 6:30 in the morning, and go ahead and complete the test then.
No, you must test on the day.
I have no problem proving my sobriety. I still am, have maintained my sobriety since its inception, since it started. Like I said, I have no problem doing that. It's just that I've been so overwhelmed with utilities being turned off, but not having no money since January 14th. Like I was telling Ms. Rob, sometimes I'm driving down the street going to a location and I'm so focused, worried about things going on, I forget exactly where I'm going. I'm all the way out of the way, then it comes back to me. I was going to the store. Why did I keep driving all the way down there? But again, there's no excuse. The fault is all mine. I'll do whatever you need me to do.
Okay, so
I'll
I
test
hear
every
you,
day
Mr.
if
Franklin.
necessary.
Mr. Franklin, I hear you. And I
Yes, ma'am.
understand that life can just be overwhelming because this is not the only thing that you have going on. But that's why we're
Absolutely.
here to help. If money is an issue, you pick up the phone and you call Ms. Robs. You still have to test, and you can't just test on
Absolutely.
the next available time. You must test on the day that your color is called or your number is called. And so utilize your resources. If you're having some issues with being overwhelmed, then make sure you communicate that to Mr. Kusheri so we can make sure we align you with the appropriate services that may be able to assist you with some of those issues. We don't know if you don't tell us, but you've got to tell us, when you can see it. I mean, sometimes we just don't know we're overwhelmed until something happens, right? But it sounds like you're getting some signs that you're overwhelmed. And so let's reach out and use your resources, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. You're
All
right.
right. Very good. How is the new job going?
Well, it's doing great. Actually, I'm working now. I work from home, and I service computers for Chrysler employees all over the Chrysler continuum, mostly here in and around Michigan, but as far as Mexico. As a matter of
Okay.
fact, I'm on a call now, but I can multitask.
All right. Very good. Very good. And so is there anything other than the things that you've mentioned and indicating that you're overwhelmed? And I've indicated to you to make sure you share that, whether it's in one of your sessions with Mr. Kusheri, with your counselor, say something so that someone can explore that and hopefully equip you with some ideas or some tools to help you get through this period where you're not going to be overwhelmed forever. Okay.
Right. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. You're definitely right.
Is there
The fault
anything
is all on my
else?
shoulders.
I'm sorry.
I said the fault is all on my shoulders, and you're definitely right. I just apologize that I'm even in this situation because I know better. I just really apologize for that. But things are improving. I start getting my first paycheck in a couple of weeks, and I'll start being able to keep these bills, be able to catch them up and start paying them. Because every few days or so, I was waking up, another utility was turned off.
Yes. And Ms. Robs, don't have an issue with helping him with some testing until his first paycheck comes. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Does that help out, Mr. Franklin?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Yes, it does.
Very good. Very good. All right, Ms. Robs, is there anything else that you'd like to report out as to Mr. Franklin?
Your Honor, no, I think Mr. Franklin, he explained the situation pretty well. I don't have any other issues, Your Honor. It was just the testing. I just want to make sure that Mr. Franklin, you understand that we are here. If you need assistance, as Judge stated, reach out to me, and I'm going to right after court, I'm going to make sure to contact Jim so that that's not an issue going forward. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And thank you much.
Thank you.
Very good. Anything from any of the other team members, Mr. Kusheri, anything as to Mr. Franklin?
Yes, Judge. So Mr. Franklin is compliant with treatment. I just want to say, Mr. Franklin, I know that things have been stressful with some of the adjustment with the new job and what's going on in your apartment. Judge, he does reach out and have very strong rapport with his VA providers. So he does reach out and utilize the supports that are available to him. He has an excellent relationship with Mr. Scott, and I'm sure that Mr. Scott will speak a little bit more about that. He has his HUD-Bash case manager who assists him with all of his housing issues. And despite all of the stress and the adjustment with the job, and I know that Mr. Franklin, you did miss testing, and I want to acknowledge that that's not okay, but I believe that you are abstaining from all illicit substances. I believe that you are strong in your recovery. I know that you were just overwhelmed and lost track of time. So I don't want there to be any conviction. I know that you are doing great. So congratulations on the new job. And I hope that your housing situation works out for you favorably so that you can kind of settle in and start to relax into your new groove with your employment.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Very good. All right. Anything else from any of the other team members? Ask to Mr. Franklin.
Judge, I would just say congratulations on the job, Mr. Franklin. We know the program is not easy. Keep up the work that you're doing. Testing is very important. We're proud of what you're doing, sir. We're proud of what you're doing. And be safe. You should be proud of yourself. We know it's not easy. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Very good. If nothing else, Ms. Robs, give us some dates for Mr. Franklin.
Yes, Your Honor. If we can have Mr. Franklin return to court, Your Honor, on April 26, 2022 at 8:35 a.m. on Zoom.
All right. Very good. Did you get that, Mr. Franklin?
Yes, April 26th
At 8:35. Yes,
at
sir.
8:30. Yes, ma'am.
8:35. Very good. Let me have everybody in the courtroom join me in thanking Mr. Franklin for his service to the country and his service to us. Mr. Franklin, thank you. Listen, I need you to hang in there. I need you to hang in there. Things will
Yes,
get
ma'am.
better, okay? And
Yes, ma'am.
anything we can do to help things get better, call on us, okay?
Okay, thank you very
All
much.
right, very good. I'm gonna have you mute yourself. You're gonna have to multitask until Ms. Robs told me that we are finished with phase 2 participants. Are we finished with phase 2?
We are finished, Your Honor.
All right, I need everybody, let's celebrate all of our phase 2 participants. Thank you all. You did a great job. You are excused. Enjoy the rest of your day, your holiday. Don't hesitate to call on us if you need us. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Mhm.
All right, bye-bye. All right, Ms. Robs, we are going down to phase 1 now. Let's do it. Who do we have up first? for
Your
phase-
Honor. Oh, I'm sorry. William Aldrich.
Mr. Aldrich, good morning to you. I've seen, there he is. My stuff is moving all around now. There you go. All right, Mr. Aldrich, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
How are you this morning?
Just fine.
Good, very good. Your case number is 210-448-6001. State your full name for me, please.
William Edward Aldrich.
All right, very good. Mr. Aldrich, how are things working out for you?
Oh, a little bit hectic, but sometimes life throws those curveballs and we have to deal with them. But I'm continuing to be compliant in terms of testing and continuing to focus on, obviously, my sobriety and being clean. I've been testing routinely, so I'm hanging tough.
All right, you hanging tough. Very good. Are you having any issues or anything that you need us to help you with?
No, over the last 30 to 60 days, I've had some health issues, and my brother, who I'm living with, he was hospitalized with some very serious ailment. He's home now, and I'm one of his primary caregivers. So that adds another level of responsibility. I'm happy to be here so I can obviously help him through his challenges. So again, as I indicated, I'm hanging tough.
You are wonderful. I'm so glad that you are there to be able to assist your brother. I hope that he gets better really soon, and I'm glad that he's back home. Absolutely.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Your Honor.
Very good. Miss Robs, I know I have not received any concerns with respect to Mr. Aldrich. He's doing well. Is there anything that you need to report out as to Mr. Aldrich?
Your Honor, as Mr. Aldrich indicated, he is doing extremely well. In fact, Your Honor, upon his our next staff, and I wanted to make a recommendation for him for promotion because he's doing just that great. He's fully compliant with testing, no issues to report at this time.
So are you recommending a promotion to phase 2 today?
Your Honor, if I may, I will do it on his next court date if possible.
Now that's like putting out the snacks in front of the kids and saying, y'all gonna have this next week for y'all snack.
Your Honor, I want him to enjoy these snacks. I'm gonna make that recommendation today.
Miss Rob, you know, on Mondays I get the grandbabies. You can't buy anything and say that's next week. What? They will turn my house upside down. That's why all the Easter stuff is hidden away. I did that one year and I bought Easter stuff every day. I had to replenish Easter stuff all week long up until Easter Sunday because they was like, what you mean we can't eat this right now? What you mean we can't open this right now? Come on, y'all, let's celebrate Mr. Aldridge. He's getting promoted to phase 2 today. Congratulations, Mr. Aldridge.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Your Honor.
Let's
Thank you,
do
Mr.
it.
Rob.
There you go. Phase 2. You're doing it. All right, Miss Robs. I know I put you on the spot, but I just thought about them babies this morning. Listen, I got a little smarter this year. Everything is locked down. There you go. And we don't even talk about Easter. We're not even mentioning it. Okay. All right, Mr. Kushiri, what do you have for Mr. Aldridge? Anything you need to report out?
Thank you, Judge. Good morning again. Mr. Aldridge, congratulations on your phase promotion. So well deserved. Mr. Aldridge has completed treatment at the VA. He was compliant throughout without incident. He's welcome to engage in the future if he ever wants to return for any treatment. And he's doing great. Congratulations again.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right. Very good. And Ms. Robs and Mr. Kushiri, he does have a continuum of care. Is that correct? As to what services he's to use, if any, going forward.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, anything from any of the other team members as to Mr. Aldridge?
Judge, I'm sorry, Mr. Parker, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you again. Thank you, Mr. Fikett. Your Honor, Mr. Aldridge is doing well. I'm glad to hear that he's doing well, and congratulations. And I'm glad to hear that your brother is back home, and hopefully he's doing well as well. Congratulations for going to phase 2. I know you appreciate it, and I know you do well because you're already doing well. So again, I just want to encourage you to just, again, keep on doing what you're doing. And I'm glad to hear that you're just hanging in there, and despite the trials and tribulations we face in life still goes on. And so I just want to congratulate you once again. Thank you, Yana.
All right, very good. Mr. Fikens, you were going to say something?
Well, I was just going to say, Your Honor, Mr. Aldridge, I can't think of a man more deserving of getting his treats today than you, sir. I just wanted to let you know.
Thank you.
There you go. All right. He's all set. Ms. Robs, give us some return to court dates for Mr. Aldridge.
Yes, Your Honor. A face-to-face for Mr. Aldridge on April 26, 2022 at 10:35 a.m. And a return to court date, Your Honor, of May 3rd, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
Wonderful. Mr. Aldridge, did you get those dates?
I most certainly did, Your Honor.
Wonderful. All right, everybody, let's celebrate Mr. Aldridge for his service. Thank you so much for your service. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. All right, Mr. Aldridge, we're going to have you hang in there with us for a few minutes. I think we have one more phase 1 to do. Is that it, Ms. Robs? And then I'll release both of you. Are we ready for Mr. All right. Are we ready for Mr. O'Brien?
We are, Your Honor, but we also have 2 more phase 1s. They're actually physically in the courthouse.
All right. Who do we have? Let's go to Mr. O'Brien, and then we'll do the 2 that are in the courthouse. All right, Mr. O'Brien, unmute for me. I have case number 210-611-8501. State your full name for me.
Marcus Lane O'Brien.
All right. Good morning to you. How are you this morning?
I am fine. I'm outside feeling the sunshine, the birds singing. Very rarely have I'll be present enough to witness this.
Yes. Awesome. I'm so glad you could. Very good.
Yes.
Very
I have a
good.
doctor's appointment right after court, so I have to I took the day off. Okay. And I just walked outside and I just like, it's nice. Wow. I'm staying out here.
It's supposed to be a beautiful day today, so I hope I get to Ride my shiny red bike today. While the sun is shining. Yeah. All right, Mr. Aubrey, everything is going well?
Yes, yes, under the circumstances, yes.
All right. Are there circumstances that you need to share with us today in court?
Well, just I'm divorcing my wife, which put a little extra edge on everything else, but it's all being maintained. It's all, I'm keeping a good attitude about everything, like coming out here this morning. You know, I feel a whole lot better. I found out I have a pinched nerve in my spine.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to follow up my appointment with today. But he gave me this medication. Oh my God, it just took the pain away. It improved my quality of life better than it was.
Okay. All right. Make sure you share that information between Mr. Kusheri and Ms. Robs. Make sure.
Oh yeah.
So we can make sure it's acceptable in the program. Okay. Yes. But I'm glad to hear it's working well for you. I'm sure it is acceptable in the program. We just want to make sure we're doing our due diligence. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Very good. So is there anything else you're having issues with?
No, Your Honor. I'm fine. Fine.
All right. Tell me something good that's happened since the last time I've seen you.
Something good. Like I said, that the pill that he got, that I thought it was actually my legs, because I had a hip replacement. I thought it was the legs. Wow. But I move around, I work, I get through my day easily, not in pain like I was. You know what I mean? It's just great.
Wonderful. That's definitely good. That's good. All right, Ms. Robs, you didn't report any issues as to Mr. Aubrey. Is there anything additional you need to report out on this morning?
Your Honor, no, he's doing a great job. I just will encourage you, Mr. Aubrey, to, as we talked before, to reach out to Dr. Alexander with regard to the course that we talked about for you, yes. Okay? So just make sure you follow up with that to assist with what you indicated on record today.
Right after I talked to you, I called him a couple of times and he hasn't returned my call.
I'll reach out to him on today myself, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's make sure we make that connection. All right, Mr. Kusheri, anything additional you need to report out as to Mr. Aubrey?
Yeah, Judge, thank you. Good morning again. Mr. Aubrey is compliant with all of his treatment at the VA. He's doing outpatient, weekly, individual, and group, and he's an active participant and contributes a lot in group with the other participants. I'm glad to see you, Mr. Aubrey. I'm glad that there's some improvement. You're doing great.
Thank you, sir.
All right, very good. Anything from any of the other team members as to Mr. Aubrey?
Yana, Mr. Aubrey, I got that today, Mr. Aubrey, because we just put that name together, put everything together, and so I apologize for that, but I got it now. You're looking well, and I want to get out and get some sunshine a little bit myself when we're done here. I appreciate that you're doing good, and I need to know the name of those pills that you take, because I have those aches and pains myself.
That's problem. I couldn't say the word right now. I have to read.
No. We'll talk.
Okay.
But I appreciate you, and I'm glad things are going well.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Very good. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikes, anything as to Mr. Aubrey? Nope. If nothing else, we are certainly proud of you for the progress that you've made so far. Ms. Robs, what's next for Mr. Aubrey?
Your Honor, a return to court date of April 26, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
All right.
Is that Zoom or in person?
Zoom.
Okay. Yes, sir. All right. Let's thank Mr. Aubrey for his service. Thank you, Mr. Aubrey. We appreciate you. I need you to stick around just for 2 more moments. We have 2 more people that we need to do in phase 1. Let's do it.
I apologize. When's that next date?
It is April 26, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
Okay, thank you, Yana.
All right, very good. Thank you, Officer Lott. Who do we have in the courtroom, Ms. Robs?
Your Honor, we have Mr. Clarence Dillard.
All right, Mr. Dillard, as soon as the podium is ready, I'm calling your case number Z8054161 for Clarence Dillard. Mr. Dillard, if we could adjust that camera just a little bit. Mr. Dillard, state your name for me. I'm sorry, one more time. Clarence Dillard. All right, good morning to you, Mr. Dillard.
Good morning.
Here we go. All right, how are you this morning?
Oh, I'm getting along just fine.
All right, very good. You working your program, Mr. Dillard?
As best as I can.
All right, the best you can. Are you having any issues with working the program?
I had one slight issue over the weekend. I had to be truthful with you on it. My last call on my color was Saturday, and I'm just getting back used to taking the bus. So what I did, I got on the bus and we could go one way every time I go that way. And I didn't know that over the weekends that it changes its route. So I waited for a couple hours and got me after my time, so I had to go back. And I tried it again the next day. I got back there. I called the guy down at ATS and he told me come on in. But I'm gonna tell you this, I couldn't even pinch a drop. And so I went back and I did get one yesterday and everything was okay. But I want to let you know that I'm not trying to dodge anything out, but I got all that together now.
Okay. All right, Mr. Dillard, because you heard me earlier this morning, stressing that the testing is mandatory, right?
Yeah, I know that, and I know I got all that together now. And I don't know if it's my kidney or whatever, but I think it's getting better because the lack of drinking.
Okay, so Mr. Dillard, next time you're having those issues, I hope that you reached out to Ms. Robs. But again, I'm not going to issue a sanction today, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens. But what I will say is testing is mandatory. We don't get to make up tests. You have to go when your color is called. I do appreciate you, however, for getting out there, waiting for the bus, making the attempt to get there. And so let's just, Ms. Robs, maybe we can work out something for those weekends so he can get some heads up on how the buses run on the weekends in the event that his color is called, because it is random.
Well,
Okay.
I get it now, I'm just gonna go ahead of time and try to. I learned it this weekend. I'm waiting in the wrong spot.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're gonna fix it. There you go, Mr. Dillard. I love it. All right. Other than that, have you had any other problems with working the program?
No. They gave me a date at VA for June the 16th at the eye doctor. I went to see Mr. Boucher and Mr. Harrington. I went straight to the med clinic there and they gave me a June date. But then Ms. Rob said they might be able to do something a little quicker here. The point about that is that I appreciate you taking my license off suspension, but one thing about that is I have to get my eyes, when you take that eye test at the Secretary of State, you got to see them E's. And if I can't see them, you don't get nothing. So I'm working on that to get my eyes together now so I can get back on the wheels and I can get to everything I have to get to in the program.
All right. Very good. Very, very good. Keep working at it, Mr. Kashiri. Thank you for coordinating those services. Let's keep working at it. All right.
Mr. Scott has been helpful too.
All right. Very good, Mentor Scott. Very good. All right. Let's, Ms. Robs and Mr. Kashiri, anything additional to report out as to Mr. Dillard?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. Mr. Dillard I got a chance to speak with him and meet with him. Thank you, Mr. Dillard, for following through on what we discussed. He presented for initial intake and that assessment was completed. He has treatment starting in a few weeks. The 25th is his first appointment where he'll begin treatment. Just a friendly reminder, Mr. Dillard, you do have an appointment scheduled for tomorrow with primary care, just in the context of the medical stuff that you were talking about. So make sure that you can be available for that at 1 o'clock. And he's compliant with everything that you're asking, Your Honor. He's doing well.
All right. Very good. Very good. If nothing else, let me hear, is there anything else from any of the other team members asked to Mr. Dillard?
Your Honor, if I may, I was able to receive his results as Mr. Dillard did indicate. So he is all set, Your Honor, no issues with his testing. I just want to say that, but other than that, Your Honor, no issues at this time.
All right, very good. Anything else? Team members, if nothing else, we're going to get dates for Mr. Dillard. Ms. Robbs?
Your Honor, a return to court date of April 26th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
All right, very good. Mr. Dillard, did you get that?
Yes, sir.
All right. I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in thanking Mr. Dillard for his service. Thank you, Mr. Dillard. We appreciate you. We certainly appreciate you. I'm gonna have you have a seat in the courtroom until I finish the last person in phase one, okay?
Yes.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Robbs, who do we have left in the courtroom? Ms. Robbs?
Your Honor, we have Mr. Adams.
All right, Aaron Adams, if you could join us at the podium. Once it's cleaned off, I have the following case for Aaron Adams, Z808-1351. Mr. Adams, if you could just stand off in the shadow and tell us your name. State your name for us. All right, Mr. Adams, come on up to that podium. How are you this morning?
I'm fine.
That's good. I'm doing well too, Mr. Adams. All right, you working your program, Mr. Adams?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You are. Very good. He has the what?
Ready for the weekend.
I had a good weekend. Now, Mr.
This weekend, coming up,
What about this weekend?
it's Easter for the baby.
Yes, don't say that out loud though. They're at school right now. I haven't broke out any Easter stuff, not yet.
Oh, the 2-year-old.
Yeah. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Mr. Adams, you didn't come in my courtroom sick today, did you?
No.
All right. What color are your eyes?
That's what I gotta go to Christmas when I leave here. I left my eye about 2 weeks ago. And she been fussing about it. But I got my papers in my pocket. Yeah. It was 2 weeks ago.
All right, Mr. Rosenthal, you have your hand up?
Yes, Your Honor. I was able to speak with Mr. Adams in the courtroom. I mean, he's doing a lot better than when he came to me and Miss Robbs. I believe it was about 3 weeks ago. I think the underlying issue with his eyes, Your Honor, are some medical conditions that me and Miss Robbs both addressed, and we want him to kind of go and get a checkup and follow up because we care about him. He is working the program today. His demeanor was what I expected from him rather than what it was about 3 weeks ago. And I just, I appreciate Mr. Adams for, taking the steps necessary, not only for himself, but, for the people he loves. So I just wanted to mention that, Your Honor, that, Mr. Adams is doing well from my understanding.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, Attorney Rosenthal.
Yes,
all right, I'm the sickness police now, because we need everybody in our courtroom to be well. You come in with different colored eyes, be looking like what's going on.
I thought it was her.
Oh. All right. Mr. Adams, are you ready for Easter with those babies?
Yeah, I gotta go get 2 baskets and 2 bikes.
2 baskets and 2 bikes. All right.
Yeah.
Look at you. You're such a wonderful, great uncle. And that's why we need you to take good care of yourself. I'm sorry.
It's 4, too bad.
Yeah, that's okay. Nothing else for them to do at that age, but be spoiled. Yeah, there you go. All right. Mr. Adams, is there anything you need us to help you with right now?
No, I think I got everything straight now.
All right.
Everything is okay.
All right, very good. Ms. Robbs, Mr. Kusheri, what do you have for me for Mr. Adams, if anything?
Your Honor, Mr. Adams is in compliance. I just encourage Mr. Adams to follow up with your appointments, Mr. Adams, with your medical stuff, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I know I can be kind of fussy with you, but it's only because I care, okay?
Okay.
Your Honor, outside of that, he's doing extremely well. No issues to report at this time.
All right, wonderful. Mr. Kusheri?
Your Honor, Mr. Adams is not engaged in VHA healthcare.
Oh, that's right, that's right. All right, thank you, Mr. Kusheri. Anything else from any of the other team members as to Mr. Adams?
No, Judge, thank you.
All
I just
right.
want to just keep working it, Mr. Adams. You're doing a good job, and thank you after the conversation we had, just, you know, taking care of yourself and taking care of your family. I greatly appreciate that, sir.
All right, Mr. Adams, so when you come back, I will get an update from Ms. Robs about that eye exam. You must follow up, okay?
Yes, I know.
All right, it's a part of my court order now.
Okay.
Look, he's like, okay, Judge, if y'all gonna just harass me. Yes,
No
yes,
problem at all. No problem.
yes. All right, very good. If nothing else, give me the dates for Mr. Adams.
Your Honor, a return to court date of April 26, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
All right, very good. Let's individually thank Mr. Adams right now for his service to this country. Thank you, Mr. Adams. We appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. And I believe that that ends all of our phase ones as well as our Veterans Treatment Court docket. And so before everybody leaves, I want the courtroom, let's celebrate all of our veterans. Thank you all for taking this program. We appreciate you. We respect you. And so thank you, thank you, thank you. And you all are free to leave. Be careful. Have a great week, great holiday. And I will see you all in a couple of weeks, but we're available if you need us. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Anna.
All right,
you, everybody.
very good.
Enjoy. Take care.
All right, I think we
Thank
have
you,
an
Anna.
intake, you all. I think we have an intake. Ms. Ross, we have one intake.
Yes,
Has
Your
that
Honor.
intake gone into the breakout room with the attorney?
No, Your Honor. I do need, if I could, Your Honor, go in there with them because there is a concern on this morning.
All right, I'm gonna keep moving my docket. I'm still going to release the rest of the Veterans Treatment Court staff team, and then you can connect who needs to be connected subsequent to, okay? All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Who is doing the intake for Mr. McCullough Harrell? Is that Mr. Yancey?
No, Your Honor, he's actually in our specialties court. He
Oh, I
just
keep
was
on
away
trying to
from the
do it.
screen.
Okay, I just keep trying to do an intake for him. I'm gonna stop trying to do an intake. All right, I just remember I had to fuss with him for so long and fuss at him and at him. He's looking good today. He's got his baby. I see you, Mr. McCullough Harrell. He's not smiling. Maybe he can't hear me. You better not be mean mugging me over there. All right. I see him. There he is. All right. All right. Very good. Let's do it. I'm going to allow the other individuals in from the waiting room. I have to make an appearance in Lansing at 10 o'clock. I'm going to do that for a few minutes, but I'd like to get as much done before I make that appearance. Oh, so if we could.
Right. Thank you, Judge. Have a good rest of your week and good weekend.
Yes, thank you.
I'm going to stick around to engage with Ms. Robb or Mr. Brown for the intake.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you,
right.
Anna. Want to have a great week and a great weekend.
You do the same. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
All right. Is for Melvin Anderson, I saw that Attorney Carson had checked in already. Attorney Carson, are you in the courtroom? Who has 36th district? You're not 36th district, sir. Tell me your name. Let's change your name. Who are you, Melvin? Are you Melvin Anderson?
Yes, I'm trying to change it.
I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it. You cannot put 36. You messed up.
I know I'm trying to change it now. It just
That's
came
okay.
on.
I'm doing it. It's okay. I'm doing it.
Okay, cool.
All right. All right, there you go. All right, is Ms. Carson still on with us? I don't see Ms. Carson. All right, I need to get case managers for our other specialty court. We're ready to proceed. I'm going to start with our phase 3s this morning, if we have any. I can't hear you, Miss Cleveland, if you're speaking. There you go. Now I can hear you. Miss Cleveland, do you have any takes that are on the screen this morning?
I have 2, but they are not phase 3 individuals.
No, I'm asking, do you have anybody that's an intake on the screen this morning?
They're actually in person. I think we're all kind of waiting to get into the conference room because I know my person needs to speak with the attorney, Mr. Ritzinger. He's in the courtroom, and I know Mr. Yancey has someone that needs to speak with the attorney as well for you.
Can we make that happen this morning, you all, so that we're not sitting all day and then get to the end of the docket and we have people that haven't seen an attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, because I don't even see the conference room is not even up. Is someone in the conference room at this time?
I think Ms. Rouse is in there. She just went in the breakout room with someone.
Okay, is Ms. Robs able to go to another area where we can make the best use of that time?
Yeah, we're checking the conference room now, Judge.
Very
Make sure
good.
that, no, my person is. Okay, it's empty. We're gonna put someone in there. Miss you, Cleveland.
Yes.
Is gonna go in and take her client in.
Yes, and
To
I'll be
speak with an attorney now, Judge.
All right, thank you. Attorney Carson, if you are on, are you ready to proceed?
Good morning, Your Honor. Are you talking to me? I apologize.
Yes, ma'am. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready on Mr. Anderson. Good morning, Your Honor. Stephanie Carr.
All right. Good morning. Let me call your case number at this time. I have case number SP 118-01901 and case number 21727-7581. Your appearance for the record?
Good morning, Your Honor. Stephanie Carson, P57096 on behalf of Mr. Anderson.
Thank you. And then Mr. Anderson, could you please state your name?
Melvin Anderson.
Thank you and good morning to both of you. Attorney Carson, today this matter is set for pre-trial. How are the parties proceeding?
Your Honor, I'd like a breakout room with the city attorney if that's possible, see if there's an offer.
All right, yes. Mr. Rosenthal, are you still on with us? He was on.
Well, Your Honor, we'll just take a trial date, a bench trial date.
Are you sure? Let me just see. I want to see.
I'll try to reach out to them in the meantime.
He's still on. He may be multitasking though. He may be covering multiple courtrooms. So if you'd like to set it for a bench trial date, I'll leave the ability for offers on the table. And so, but bench trials are scheduled at 1:30. If for some reason you are reaching agreement and you want to put it on the record earlier than that 1:30 time frame or that date, by all means, dial in and do so, okay?
That would be great, Your Honor. Thank you. I like your hair.
Oh, thank you. I like yours too, ma'am. I was going to chat you. All right, here we go. I am going to set this for a bench trial. Today is the 12th, and so I'll set it for bench trial on I'll do it for April 28th, 2022, and that will be at 1:30 p.m.
That's perfect, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, and if you all get it resolved before, by all means, come on and let's put it on the record, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, wonderful. Thank you both. Thank you, Mr. Anderson. Okay, take care. Be safe.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Do we have the other individuals that are ready on our specialty court docket? Are we ready to proceed? I don't have case managers. What's going on this morning, y'all?
I don't know, Judge. I'm here. I'm ready.
You here and ready. All right, Mr. Reed, I see you. There's Mr. Yancey. Good morning, Mr. Yancey.
Morning, how are you?
I'm well. I'm well. Do you have any phase 3s this morning?
I don't have any phase 3s now.
All right. Tell me who you have.
I do have Ashley Richardson on screen now.
Okay, and have you had an opportunity to talk to Ms. Richardson?
Briefly, Your Honor.
All right. Before Ms. Richardson, do you also have Mr. McCullough Harrell?
I do not, Your Honor. That is not.
Where's Mr. McCullough Harrell?
That's Ms. Rob's client, I believe, Ms. Judge Holmes.
All right, tell Ms. Robs, he's been on, and so I want to make sure, even if he stays to listen, that we have him squared away, because at 10 o'clock, I've got to check in. I've been called to a hearing in Lansing, and I've got to check in. I don't even know, I've got to check in. All right, so there's an in-person defendant that needs to go in a breakout room with an attorney. Ms. Wilson, if you can make that happen. Thank you.
Ms. Wilson, I'll go into the breakout room with the in-person. If you could work that out, please.
All right, wonderful. Ms. Robs.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor.
Are you ready on Mr. McCullough Harrell?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right, I need you to get in the screen, Mr. McCullough Harrell. There you are. Is that your beautiful baby?
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. And I see it. He's so, he?
Yep.
Okay, he's so pretty. I'm like,
all right, buddy.
All right, I know. About to come unglued. Do what you have to do, but I need you to.
I'm about to get rid. I'm about to give it to his mama.
Yeah, well, do that. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm going to place your case number on the record. 22WE00109. State your full name for the record, Mr. Harrell.
Cedric McCullough Harrell.
All right, very good. How are you this morning?
I'm good.
You good? All right.
Yeah,
You getting to a stationary place?
Huh?
Are you getting to a place where you can sit and engage with us?
Yeah, I had to give her the bottle.
Oh, okay. All right. All right, Mr. Harrell, McCullough Harrell, how have you done this first week or so in the program?
I did my Mothers Against Drug Driving, and I just completed my community service yesterday.
Okay, what about your testing?
Saturday, I ended up having to test Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but Saturday I missed it because I didn't know it wasn't no afternoon shift on the weekends, and I didn't call till 2:30.
All right. So here's first of all,
I did test Sunday, and I tested today at 7.
All right. So listen, I want to applaud you for getting up to work the program because I know you had some hesitancy about joining us. So I want to applaud you for that. And then secondly, please make sure your device is muted if you're not on the record. And then I also just want to let you know that testing is mandatory. So make sure you get your hours of operation, not just count on your case manager to tell you, but also get online. Y'all know you could go on there and look up places and see what time they open and what time they close, right? So let's
I didn't wake up till late, and I called and found out I had to test at 2:30. So I was like, I go in the afternoon at 5. When I got there, I seen it on the door, no testing.
Yes. All right. So now you know.
But I ended up having to test Sunday anyway.
Okay.
And then I had to test today before court.
All right. So now you know. So let's make sure we take care of that. Make sure you call early in the morning. Just set your alarm. That way, you know, if I've got to go, I can make the arrangements. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. How you feel about the program so far, sir? Yeah.
Stressful.
It's stressful. I want your honest opinion. It's stressful.
It's waking up at 7 and 11 in the morning, and I'm a night shift worker type person. So waking up at that time to blow in that machine, and it's hard for me to go to sleep, back to sleep.
I get it. It'll get better. Because here's the wonderful thing, though, Mr. McCullough Harrell, is that you are at your home and you are able to wake up with your own comforter and sheets in your own bathroom, blow and lay your head back down on your own pillow. Otherwise, you could be in somebody's jail, right? and they would still be getting you up early in the morning, right? So you got to kind of look at it and say, okay, well, I really am in the better of the two worlds that are available. So it'll get better. You won't be on that apparatus forever, but we do need some time, okay? Mr. McCullough-Harrell, are you still with me? Is that a yes?
Yes.
All right, very good. So has that been the most difficult challenge is this getting up to blow?
Yeah.
That's been the most difficult part. All right. Have you done anything to work on the treatment aspect of the program?
What do you mean?
Have you reached out as far as to get your assessment? And maybe I'll let your case.
It was changed when I went to go get the physical. It got changed again till tomorrow at 1:30.
Okay. So you have done something. You've been keeping up with your date and making sure that you make yourself available, right?
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Do you have any questions for the team this morning?
No.
No questions? All right, Ms. Robbs, is there anything to report out at the Mr. McCullough-Harrell?
Your Honor, Mr. McCullough-Harrell he's doing well, Your Honor. He did make mention to me, Your Honor, about the missed test. I looked in GEMS, I didn't see it, so they didn't document it as a missed test. But outside of that, he's doing well with his testing. They've been negative. He's been proactive in terms of following up with, he went to the Lighthouse, Your Honor, to do his community service. So I just need the paperwork from them. He did send me the certificate for the Mothers Against Drunk Driving. So I do have that certificate as well. I do need the results from Popoff for his behavioral clinical assessment. But outside of that, Your Honor, no issues at this time with Mr. Harrell.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Very, very good. Mr. McCullough-Harrell, what did you learn at that Mothers Against Drunk Driving class?
I already took it before, so.
I still ask what you learned.
Yeah.
Oh, you might have to take that class again, sir. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yes, sir.
I ain't got the money for that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find it. Because here's the thing.
Don't drink and drive.
No,
that's what I
listen to
learned.
me. Listen, no, don't listen to me. We don't send you to stuff just to send you. You're supposed to learn something you can take with you, something you can share with somebody else. So when I ask you what you learned at Mothers Against Drunk Driving, you learned that in court, 5 minutes into court. We don't drink and drive because it can mess up your life and the life of somebody else. So spend some time thinking about what you learned in that class. And I suggest you write it down and be ready to share it with me at your next court hearing. Okay?
I don't have the money to take that
no,
class again.
This doesn't say anything. I didn't say anything about money. Did you hear what I said? Come back to the light. I said, think about what you learned in that class, write it down, and be ready to tell me about it the next time that you come back to court. I didn't say anything about going back to take the class or spending any money. I'm just asking you to give some thought to it, okay? Jot some things down, and then you can share it with me. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mr. Harrell, McCullough-Harrell, what's going on?
Nothing. I mean, I've took it twice. I mean, I heard the same stories twice.
Okay. So then jot down some notes.
It's the same thing. It's a handicapped guy in a wheelchair.
Hold on. Mr. McCullough-Harrell, you can't talk with me. Listen, let me tell you who has not taken the class. I haven't, because I don't drink and drive. I've not taken the class. And so there are others who have not taken the class. Part of this program is about helping each other, encouraging each other, pushing each other to greatness. And so if you have taken the class, then what I'm asking you to do, I'm ordering you to do is to write down some things that you learned in that class, whether it was examples or what have you, something that may have struck you as, oh, wow, I didn't know this before I took the class. And then you're going to share it with the courtroom. That's what I'm asking you to do. Understood? And you can do that during your next hearing. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Mr. McCullough-Harrell, I'm gonna work with you. I'm gonna work with your attitude. I'm about this long. I am. I'm gonna work with it. I am, because I don't understand. But just remember, you came to this party uninvited. You didn't get an invitation to come here. You showed up at a party that you were not invited to based on your actions. So allow us to be kind to you while you're at the party. Allow us to help you while you're here, okay? All right?
Yep.
All right. Yes? Was that a yes?
Yep.
Okay. There's an S at the end of that. So the word is yes. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Miss Robs, what do you want to tell me about Mr. McCullough-Harrell?
Your Honor, as I stated before, he's doing well overall, Your Honor. I will have a conversation with Mr. McCullough-Harrell on today with regard to court etiquette. I will, Your Honor, follow up with him with regard to his receiving his documentation from Popoff. But outside of that, Your Honor, his results for testing have been negative. And we do have him returning to court, Your Honor, April 26, 2022 at 9:45 a.m.
Equipment all right. Here, so this would be court time one more time. Apparently an adventure at 9:45 a.m. Okay, got a couple of things going on. All right, very good. And so, Mr. McCullough-Harrell, I'm going to have you stay tuned to listen to Judge Holmes. Here. I'm going to have you stay on to listen.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Thank you, sir.
Morning, Chair.
All right. I'm going to need just 1 second, please. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Warhurst, you have a face-to-face today.
I got a thing in the mail. It said Zoom.
It's a face-to-face.
Oh, shoot.
That's okay. If you want, we'll do our face-to-face on Zoom. Are you at work?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Well, I don't know why they sent me one of them postcards. I thought maybe because of COVID or something.
No, it's just sometimes it happens, but you know, just like we said last time, you still have a face-to-face. And what I'll do is I'll call you.
Okay.
Okay, I appreciate you.
You won't need me coming in there then, right, ma'am?
No, you don't have to come in today. I'll just call you after.
Okay, thank you, Miss Rods.
Absolutely. And I'll talk to you soon.
Very much.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Ms. Robs?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Ms. Robs. Keith
Good
Graham with
morning.
Authority Health. Good
How
morning. How
are
you
you?
doing?
I'm doing well.
I am doing great. I'm doing well. Thank you. Thank you. I just wanted to let you know that I'm here as well.
I appreciate you so much. I'm going to
Okay.
encourage some reach out. It's definitely something I want to look into, Mr. Graham, going forward.
Okay.
That assistance is very necessary.
I feel the same too, and I know exactly what you're talking about. So yeah, definitely. Feel free to give me a call anytime. I think you got my number.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay, super, super,
Thank
super. I
you
look forward
so,
to the
so
call.
much. And I'll put mine
You're
in
so
the
welcome.
chat as well.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I see we have Mr. Howard here too. Good to see you, Mr. Howard.
Mr. Fikens?
Yes, sir.
Are we in recess?
I think so. For a little bit.
Okay, I just finished my intake from Cleveland. Are we waiting for the court to return? Is that what's going on?
Yes.
Good.
She'll be back momentarily. She's
Okay, thank you. Have you done any intake?
Have I done any intake? No, I have not done anything.
Okay. Because I thought Mr. Yancey and Ms. Rob both.
This is Ms. Cleveland. How are you all doing? What's your name? Mr. Alfonso Gates is here, and I think he's an intake, right?
I don't know, he's Mr. Yancey's case.
He's an intake though.
Do you want him to go inside of the breakout room?
That'd be great if he could go in the breakout room while the judge is on recess.
And
Okay, I'll let him.
Miss Wilson,
I'll go back, Mr. I'm already in breakout 1, so I go back.
Okay.
You can stay in the courtroom. You do all the work anyway. Let me do some work.
No, you do fine, Mr. Reed.
You tell me. Okay, I'm going back to the breakout room.
You're the boss. Remember that. You're the boss.
I can just let them know you're ready to go into the breakout.
Can you go
Hello,
into
can you
breakout
hear
room one?
Hi, Ms. Wilson.
Hi, can he go back into breakout room one? Does he know how?
No, he needs to join again.
Okay, I'll have to move him from a different location because he's already in breakout one.
Okay.
You can't you just hit this?
Is it right there? Where's that breakout room?
Yes.
Right here.
Oh, let's see. Yep. So go down there.
Yep. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fikens. I knew what you're going to say.
Thank you, Miss Wilson.
Do you see Xavier Abraham has come back today?
Yes, I see that. I'm looking him up right now.
Okay.
To see if there's some problem, but he looks to be in good shape, but Mr. Abraham.
Yeah.
Hi, you came back today. How come?
Remember I told you, you told me to come back and give you the ticket number for the see if the other ticket was supposed to show up.
Give that to me.
It says P1314180.
Give me that one more time. Go ahead.
P1314180.
80?
Yeah.
Here, hold on a second. So let me just read the number back to you, Mr. Abraham. I have P1314180. Is that correct?
Yes, that's what it says on the ticket.
I don't see it. It's not in the system, sir.
Oh, I just have to wait to see it. I mean, how do I handle this ticket then? Like,
well, there's nothing to do because it's not in the system. But you might want to check periodically to make sure if you know your address is correct that you gave to the police officer on that ticket. Make sure the address is correct. If it is, then you'll be getting notice of it if it gets filed. If it doesn't get filed, be happy and celebratory if it doesn't get filed. Because
I got the right address on her, but I'll just wait and see if they send me anything.
Yeah, and you can check on it periodically. You can access 36 district court files online. You can also come down to 36 and punch that ticket number in, okay? But right now it's not coming up with anything.
All right, appreciate it.
No problem. Have a good day, sir.
All right, we are back in session. Thank you so much for your patience on this morning because I'm going to have to go back to that meeting. I'm not going to keep individuals just for today. So Mr. McCullough, Harrell, you are free to leave. I'll see you back on your next court date. Be good to yourself and continue to do well. Who do we have up next and ready?
Mr. Yancey?
Okay, if not, I can go back to the meeting. Do we have anybody ready?
Ashley Richardson should be ready.
She's not on the screen. Let's go to the next person that's ready. Okay, there's Miss Richardson. I have SP 110-32971, SP 116, SP 116-18892. Miss Richardson, please unmute. I'm sorry, I have one more matter. Z80695551. Miss Richardson, state your name for us. Why I can't hear you? Can you all hear Miss Richardson?
No, Judge.
Oh, okay. Miss Richardson, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. You may have to hang up and dial back in, but we can't hear you. All right, let's keep. Miss Richardson, try again. All right, let's keep going, Mr. Yancey. I'll recall Miss Richardson. Who do you have up next that's ready?
I have two, Your Honor.
Okay, let's do it.
I'll just go alphabetically. Mr. Christian Carlson, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Carlson. Unmute for me. I have case number 210-453-4201. State your full name, Mr. Carlson.
Christian Joseph Carlson.
All right, very good. Good morning to you. How are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. You're new to the program. What do you think about it so far?
So far, so good. I am going to apply, or rather get the referral for the ARM program, hopefully later today. And I have been working more hands-on with my substance abuse counselor since joining the program. So we're doing an every week instead of a bi-weekly session.
All right. Very good, very good. And so what do you think so far?
So far, I think it's very helpful. I don't find it to be too stressful. Besides the paying for everything else is going really well.
Okay. All right. Very good. Are you still able to maintain employment while you work in the program?
Yes, ma'am. I actually just got a second job.
Oh, okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Is there anything that you need us to help you with?
I can reach out to Toshi for them. I just need to figure out how to get referrals for the ARMS program and what was the other one?
Okay, but he's in phase one, Ms. Cleveland. So work with him about the appropriate time to get the referrals to get things done, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. So Ms. Cleveland will work with you, okay? All right, very good. Did you have any questions for the team?
Not that I can think of, no.
All right, very good. Ms. Cleveland, what do you have as to Mr. Carlson?
Your Honor, Mr. Carlson has been a pleasure to work with. He is very, very good about following up when I have any questions or when he has to contact me to ensure that he remains compliant with your court's orders, which he is doing. And Your Honor, I am going to ask if he can be moved to the Friday docket. He's one of my clients that I would like to have on the Friday docket. That would be, because he's phase one, that would be April 22nd, 2022 at 8:35 a.m., Your Honor.
Did you get that, Mr. Carlson?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good, very good. And so if you don't have any questions, anything from any of the other team members, ask to Mr. Carlson.
No, Judge.
Nothing? All right, Mr. Carlson, I'm not gonna hold you this morning because I have to go to a meeting, and so but next time, we make sure we do all of our phases and we keep individuals during their phase, okay?
All right, sounds good.
All
Thank you,
right,
Judge.
very good. Keep up the great work you're doing. Make sure you show up to the things you should show up for, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
All right, very good. I am now, Ms. Richardson, are you where I can hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm going to recall your cases, SP 110-32971, SP 116-18892, and Z 8069551. State your full name for me.
Ashley Nicole Richardson.
All right, Ms. Richardson, I had an opportunity. How are you today?
I'm good.
All right. I had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Yancey. He shared with me some things that should not be shared live on YouTube. And so I'm glad that you're okay. I'm going to issue a sanction with respect to the missed screens or what have you. That I do want you to use this time, you know, getting things together and just thinking about next steps for yourself, okay?
Yeah.
Steps. All right. Are you maintaining your sobriety, Ms.
Of
Richardson?
course. Yes, I am.
All right. All right. I need you to. What about work? Were you able to take off that time from work?
Yeah, I had to take off. Yep.
So you'll be able to go back to your job?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Very good. That's a good thing. All right. And so did you have any questions at all for any of the team members?
No. I've been very transparent with Mr. Yancey and everything. So it was an issue with jams beforehand where the system was messing up, but they good now. I did my screenings last week, Thursday and Friday. So everything's good.
All right. Very good. Very good. Mr. Yancey, what do you have by way of update on Ms. Richardson?
Your Honor, she's doing well at this time. We're really concerned. We're glad that she's okay. She's still in compliance. Obviously, she had to take a couple of days from treatment, but she's still enrolled. And I'm sure she'll be right back on track really quickly. I did ask her, I knew she wasn't feeling well, but I asked her to screen the day she came back. And then she did that and the day after. And those were negative screens. So I believe she is in keeping her sobriety. And she just had a setback that she had no control over. And she's in good standing with us, Your Honor.
All right, I'm sorry about that. Thank you, Mr. Yancey. I appreciate the report on Ms. Richardson, and thank you for keeping the court abreast of what was going on with Ms. Richardson. And Ms. Richardson, the reason he was able to do that is because of your communication. So always communicate and be open and honest with your case manager, because if anybody can help you to get a good result, it's going to be that case manager, okay? And so thank you for keeping Mr. Yancey in the loop. If no questions for the team, Mr. Yancey, what's next for Ms. Richardson?
Your Honor, she will be scheduled for a a face-to-face on April 25th, and a Zoom court hearing on May 2nd at 8:35. I think we give her a later time when she's at work, if that's possible. Do you still need that, Ms. Richardson?
Can it be like 9:30? That's my downtime at work.
Can we possibly give her a 9:30 on May 2nd, Your Honor?
Let's put it at 9:35 so we know
Yes.
that it's specialty court.
Yes.
And that's fine, but she will have to stay on for some of the hearings, Mr. Yancey. We're getting back to our best practices,
I
okay?
understand, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
All right, wonderful. All right, Ms. Wilson, I'm not gonna hold you today. Your baby's beautiful. I saw a little bit of her, and so she is beautiful. You are beautiful, sweetheart. And so I want you to take good care of yourself, and we'll see you back in April. What did we say? April,
So April 25th, we're gonna do a face-to-face, Your Honor.
and then May 2nd would be her court date, but we are available should you need us before that time, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. If nothing else from any of the other team members, I am going to release Ms. Richardson. All right, Ms. Richardson, you are released. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye. All right. Who are we ready on, Mr. Howard? Maurice Howard?
Everything, VA.
Are we ready? Mr. Howard?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I have the following. I have case number 210-451-5601. Mr. Howard, please state your full name.
Reese, I'm Howard.
All right, thank you, and good morning to you, sir.
Good morning to you.
How are you this morning?
Fair.
Fair? Okay, a fair is a C. How can we get you to a B minus? What's going on that is fair?
Not much. Gotta get out in the world and get some sunshine on me. That's all.
Okay. All right. Well, this is a good day to get out and get some sunshine. It's supposed to be plenty of it. All right. Did you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, wonderful. Is there anything that we can do to help you to get things moving along to better than fair?
Nothing I could think of right now.
All right. Are you having any difficulties working the program?
No,
No difficulties?
none. I mean, basically, I'm getting it together. I'm learning.
Okay. All right. I'm just concerned. I'm just trying to figure out if there's something going on that we need to roll up our sleeves and help you with, sir.
No, I'm just at the, figure out the bus systems. That's about all, as far as screening. But I'm getting it.
All right. I don't know how much we can help you with the bus system, but certainly if there's anything else we can help you with, Miss Cleveland, if there's anything we could tell him about looking up those routes to make sure he's good, then we want to do that. But yes, but my main point is that if there's something we can do to help you to stay on track and for things to get better, we certainly want to do that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Very good. Miss Cleveland.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Case manager for Mr. Maurice Howard. He is compliant with the court's orders. He does remain in contact with me, Your Honor. He calls when he has questions. I really appreciate that because it makes it easier for us to work together. Your Honor, I do see Mr. Keith Graham, who is part of the agency that Mr. Howard is working with, and I'm glad to see him on today. I'm just waiting for the assessments to come back. He has participated in those assessments, but I just have not received the paperwork yet. But other than that, Your Honor, he is compliant with everything.
All right. Very good. Very good. Anything else from the team members as to Mr. Howard?
No, Judge.
Okay. Give me 1 second, please.
Mr. Howard?
Yes.
I just want you to know as well that I have your address and I'm gonna send some passes to you for the bus and we can work together if you need to have some assistance with looking up the routes, the easiest or best routes to take to get to where you have to go. Because I know you have increased need for getting places. So I'll send some bus passes.
Okay, I appreciate that. I was just having problems with the, scheduling. They have a couple different schedules online, and one time I looked at one that should be taken down. So I stood at a bus stop for a long time for nothing. And I don't use that site. No, like I said, I'm getting there, and I got off the bus at the wrong stop one time, but it all worked out.
All right, well, we'll work together. And then I do, maybe advise they have sometimes live agents that speak by telephone at that public transit system. So you might be able to call.
I did. I called.
Oh, you did?
Mr. Howard, team, sorry about that. And so, Miss Cleveland, was there anything else you needed to report out for Mr. Howard? And if not, I'll hear from the team.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Reed, anything you'd like to share as to Mr. Howard?
No, Judge. I joined the session a little late. I was in a breakout room, but I would just encourage Mr. Howard to work the program. We know you can do it. We have faith in you, sir. Work the program. Be proud of yourself. We know it's not easy, but work the program. Thank you, Judge.
All right, very good. Mr. Howard, no questions for the team?
None at this point, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Cleveland, what's next?
Your Honor, he's phase 1, 14 days in the program. So I would ask if it's okay for him to come back for his next hearing via Zoom on April 22nd, 2022 at 8:35 a.m., Your Honor.
All right, very good. Did you get that, Mr. Howard?
22nd, 8:35.
Yes, sir. All right, if nothing else, I'm gonna release you, sir. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. We are available should you need our assistance, okay?
Okay.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. All right. I don't see anyone else present in the virtual courtroom. I know there were some intakes. I'd like to get them all done when we can, as they become ready. And so you all let me know.
Judge, I am ready on Mr. Gates for Mr. Yancey.
I'm also ready.
I'm also ready on Mr. Gritzinger for Miss Cleveland. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Go ahead.
And Your Honor, I'm ready to go into a breakout room with the new intake, Mr. Brown.
All right. Mr. Brown, are they setting you up to go into the intake room with Mr. Brown?
I believe so.
Your Honor, I'm on my way down to the courtroom to put him on the computer now.
All right, wonderful. There are some individuals that are on the specialty court docket that have not appeared on this morning, and maybe they weren't placed on the right time, in the right time slot. So I want to call the remainder of those cases if I could, to make sure we're not having any issues that we can't resolve before the end of the day, the end of the docket. I have for Ariel Cameron, I'm at 9:45. I have for Ariel Cameron, Z808-3171 and 217-318-781. Where's Miss Cameron this morning? Who had Miss Cameron's case?
That's Miss Rob. She's physically on her way down to the courtroom, Judge. So
Okay, I'll recall it. All right. What about Mr. Jose Guerrero? 210-443-1701. Ms. Mack, I believe Ms. Cleveland was requesting an adjournment for Mr. Guerrero. She give you that date?
Yes, ma'am. It's gonna be April the 14th
All right,
at 8:35, Judge.
wonderful. Thank you. All right, for Michael Rhodes, SP 111-50292, case number 200-619-3401. For Mr. Rhodes? Who has Michael Rhodes?
I think that's Ms. Robs also, yeah.
All right, I'll recall when Ms. Robs joins us. And then for Mr. Mansell, case number 200-00057FD.
I know that's Miss Robs. I'm pretty sure he's in compliance, but I don't want to misspeak.
Okay, but he's on for 9:45, which means he should have been in the courtroom today, so I don't see him. All right. Did anyone get case information for the 1035 docket to Ms. Mack? Did you all get that information? I have Mr. Smith and Mr. Warhurst. Ms. Mack, did you get any dates for them?
Mr. Warhurst is gonna be a face-to-face with Ms. Ross today.
Right, I need the return to court date. That's what I'm asking about.
Oh, sorry about that, Judge. No, I haven't gotten the new date for Mr. Warhurst yet.
Okay.
Your Honor.
I need to get some dates for your people to Ms. Mack, so we can place them on the record. The first person I called was Ariel Cameron, Z808-317-1, 21731-8781. Ms. Cameron was on for 9:45. Was she supposed to be in today?
Your Honor, to my understanding, I think she was supposed to be I believe she's supposed to be a face-to-face today, and a return to court date of April 19th, 2022 at 9:45 a.m.
All right, so let's make sure she's on for, and did you do that face-to-face yet with Ms. Cameron?
No, Your Honor, I've been in court.
Yeah, I understand. Yes, ma'am.
Done it, Your Honor.
And I know you'll report to me, Ms. Robs, if there are any issues. All right, very good. And then I'm dropping back down to Michael Rhodes, SP 111-50292, and case number 200-619-3401. Mr. Rhodes is on my docket for 9:45, which means he should be in my courtroom. Was he a face-to-face?
Your Honor, we did a face-to-face. He's taking his driving test on today. He asked.
All right,
yes.
And so he's going to return to court when?
April 26th, 2022 at 9:45 a.m.
All right, wonderful. Make sure we get those results. All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm gonna drop down to the 1035 docket, and I have Nathaniel Smith, 1805732-901.
Your Honor, Mr. Smith. Yes, Your Honor. His return to court date will be April 26th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
Wonderful. All right, and then for Ralph Warhurst, U447-46318 and U448-88318.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Warhurst's return to court date would be April 26th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
Wonderful. And then Ms. Mack, are you ready on the adjourn to pay? All right. So for Adele Al-Ghazali, I have SP 122-45962 is the first case. Did that person pay?
Yes, yes, he paid on another ticket, so the other two that's assigned on the docket, those will be dismissed because he paid, it was a civil infraction, I believe.
Okay, so it didn't appear on my docket. Very good. So I am
Correct.
dismissing without prejudice the matter I just called. I'm also dismissing SP 122-49711. Both of those matters are dismissed. And then the last adjourn to pay I have is for Tavares Austin, SP 122-64161.
Okay, so that one was supposed to be dismissed if he paid ticket number SP 122-64162 for blockading for 175. He did not make that payment, Judge.
All right, and so he didn't make the payment, so that one will go into default, which I'm sure it has. And then for the one that's on the docket today, the original charge will be reinstated and KPS will issue, and the bond will just be a personal bond. Did I miss anything other than my intakes?
No, Your Honor.
All right, very good. While we get ready to reshuffle for the intakes, I think there's some folks in the courtroom or what have you. I just need 1 minute to grab a drink of water and then I'll be ready to call the intakes. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Yancey,
Yes.
for Brian Mansell, I have him on my docket. I don't think he's supposed to be. Do you have a different date for him?
That's Ms. Rob's person.
Oh,
And I forgot to recall Mr. Mansell. Thank you, Ms. Mack. Ms.
Sorry,
Robbs, that's okay. Ms. Robbs, I need a return to court date for 200-00057 FD for Brian Mansell. Was he supposed to be in the courtroom today?
Your Honor, yes, he was. I need to call Mr. Mansell.
Yes, you do. All right. Give him a call. He was scheduled for 9:45. It's 10:46. Let's find out what's going on with him. All
Yes,
right.
Your Honor.
Very good. Thank you. Give me just a second.
Does someone need to go in the breakout room with in person?
Yes, thank you. I would, Ms. Wilson.
Okay.
I need to go in the breakout room as well, Ms. Wilson, with the in-person defendant.
Okay.
Thank you.
That you, Mr. Menzel?
Yes, it is.
Okay, when you get situated, can you remove your hat, please?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. I was at work. We had a problem. So yes, I'm ready.
I understand. Thank you. We'll be with you shortly.
Okay.
All right. Miss Mansell, where have you been?
Hi, Your Honor. No, I have on my calendar the 15th was court date.
Okay. Seems like I just saw you, but not too long
You saw
ago.
me last month on the 15th, and then I had a face-to-face on the 29th with Miss Rob, and then I was what I have on my calendar was the 15th of this month.
Okay. Well, thank you for jumping on. We just need to check in and see how you doing. Usually you at home. You out and about today, huh?
At work, yeah. Yep.
Your work. All right. Let me place your case number on the record. 2000057FD. Mr. Mansell, state your full name.
Brian Mansell.
All right, Mr. Mansell. How are things going with you?
Good, good. I've been back, been bothering me a little bit, but can't let that stop me from working.
Look at you. I love it. All right, but I do need you to take some time and take care of yourself, okay?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
All right, very good. You've been working your program without any issues?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Tell me something you've learned since the last time I've seen you.
That this is hard work, but it's okay. I mean, to be honest with you, life is good without drinking. I'm still able to go around people who do still indulge and function without even having a desire to have a drink or anything. So everything has been going great. To be honest with you, the license thing and everything else is falling in place. I'm back together.
There you go. You got that license working?
Oh yes, yes.
All right. Very good. Very good. I know Miss Robs is running and jumping and bumping this morning. She's got a lot going on in the courtroom. I don't know if she's with us, but she did not report that there were any issues with you. And I know that she is in contact with you because she must have called you and you jumped right on. So,
Yeah, immediately. You know what? No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I inquired last month when we had our.
You breaking up.
Said when we had our report last month, there was a recommendation for my urine test to be dropped to once a week, but to their knowledge, they know nothing about it. I've still been going twice a week for the entire month.
Okay. And so let me get with Miss Robs, Mr. Reed. Let's remember to ask Miss Robs about that because Miss Robs has to make that adjustment on her end if that's what the court granted, okay?
Yes, Judge.
All right, very good. Thank you for reminding us of that. Now, you're not trying to drop those test scores for those testing for no other reason other than you tired of going and paying, right?
That's all it is, because I actually had to double pay the other day because I me thinking once a week. I kind of overslept and I got there and it was right on the time, but I paid them and then and it was 9 o'clock. So she goes, well, you know, you're gonna have to pay when you come back at 4. I'm like, wow. So, but I did it. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. That makes no sense to me. If I don't drop, why do I have to double pay? But that's their new policy.
Listen, you need to let Miss Robs know that, because we need to check into that policy.
Yeah, they changed it. It's not Jams anymore. It's called Ever Health or something like
Right,
that now. So
right.
that's the new policy.
That, yeah, they still have to treat our people well. We don't care what your name is. And so Miss Robs, did you hear that? That he went to drop, he got there right at the time. They took his money, he didn't drop, and then they told him he had to come back and that he had to pay again when he came back that same day. We can't hear you if you're talking, Miss Robs. We still can't hear you. Okay, there you go.
Your Honor, no, I wasn't aware of that, but I can contact Ms. Foster over at GM on today to figure out what happened exactly.
Yeah, they owe him a test. Tell her that's unacceptable. I understand they have their policies. And if she says that's what their policy is, then we need to talk about that as a team. How do we proceed? Because no, we don't pay for a test. You can't take my money and then tell me it's too late to test and that I have to come back.
They have told me that was the policy. So that's why I didn't argue it.
Yep. And I appreciate you not arguing it, but we like to argue. So we gonna argue. Okay. All right. Miss Robs, anything to report out on Mr. Mansell?
Your Honor, Mr. Mansell, he's in phase 3. He's doing great. Outside of the issue with the test, that he reported, all his screens have been negative. He's completed everything, Your Honor. We're monitoring him on a smart start device. I have not had any negative report with regard to that. He's still working. He's doing great, Your Honor. I have no issues to report with regard to Mr. Mansell.
All right, very good. Mr. Reed, anything you want to add as to Mr. Mansell?
Yes, Judge, but before I make my comment, I would ask Ms. Robb, is Mr. Mansell's testing twice a week or once a week? He indicated that
yes,
there was a recommendation to change his testing to once a week, but he's still testing twice a week at the jams or whatever they call themselves. I just wanted to get some clarification on that. Otherwise, congratulations, Mr. Mansell. Thanks for coming on so promptly. Keep up the good work. We're proud of you. And be safe. And we're going to get that testing schedule corrected if there's a problem. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Mr. Mansell.
I will make sure to follow up, Attorney Reed. He should be tested 1 time per week per the recommendation that was made for Friday.
All right, very good. So give us a minute to get that squared away. Okay, Mr. Mansell?
Yeah, no problem.
All right, very good. If nothing else, Ms. Robs, what's next for Mr. Mansell so he can get these dates right? He said he had it down for the 15th.
Your Honor, and I apologize to Mr. Mansell. I said I take responsibility for that, so we will definitely get it together. Your Honor, he will return. He's in phase 3. He will return to court. He will do a face-to-face on April 26th with myself at 10:35 a.m.
April 26, 10:35.
10:35, and then a return to court date of May 3rd, 2026 at 9:45 a.m. 22.
Okay, sounds good. Mr. Mansell, very proud of you. Keep up the great work, okay?
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Scheduler on our mission.
All right, are we ready on any of our intakes?
Yes, Judge, I'm ready on Mr. Gates and Mr. Gritzinger.
Okay, are they in the courtroom, Mr.?
They're physically in the building.
Yes, we're getting them to the podium now, Judge.
Okay, wonderful. I'm ready when you all are. All right, who do we have at the podium?
Mr. Gates.
Mr. Gates. All right, Mr. Gates, very good. I'm going to call your case and then I'm ready to proceed. I have case number 2105-758-701. Sir, please state your name. All right, good morning to you, Mr. Gates.
Good morning, Your Honor. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fine.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. All right, who's presenting Mr. Gates?
I'm gonna present Mr. Gates, Your Honor. He kept his word and came back today.
He did. I'm proud of you, Mr. Gates. Yeah. I'm sorry, say that again.
I said, I wouldn't miss it.
All right.
I gotta show you, gotta keep my word with you.
Yes, sir. Your word is all you have. Listen, and when you tell us you're gonna do something, we believe you. We believe you. Okay? All right, I'm glad you're back. All right, Mr. Yancey, what do you have for us for Mr. Gates?
Your Honor, Mr. Gates, he's a 28-year-old resident of the city of Westland. He's a single father of 3 children, and he has 1 child on the way. He's before the court. Yeah, we talked about a little
Can
bit
you see
about
my
that.
face, Mr. Gates?
We talked a little bit about that. He's not privy to that conversation, Your Honor, on staffing. We'll leave that alone for now if possible.
Okay.
Your Honor, he's before the court for a conviction for controlled substance use. He's a high school graduate, Your Honor. He has some college. He's employed part-time with plumbing company. He's fortunate enough that he resides with his parents in Westland. He's completed the Needs Plus assessment. I can get you those results whenever you request them. His driver's license is currently suspended, Your Honor. He reports suffering from an auto accident in 2017. He still has some lingering issues with that, but he's doing pretty good. And he does report that his main support system is his parents, which is great. And he shared some really unique goals with me that I'll share with you guys on staffing, but he has some pretty unique goals. They're pretty impressive. Yeah, I did talk to him about our program, the seriousness of it, and I'm sure Mr. Attorney Reed talked about some of the benefits, but I was really clear with him as far as the kind of program that we have. And he not only reports that he understands, but he's motivated to do our program. So that's what Mr. Gates is as of this morning, Your Honor. He did screen with us, and there was nothing alarming about the screen that he took with us yesterday.
Okay. All right. That's good to know. That's really good to know. All right. Who went in the breakout room with Mr. Gates, the attorney?
I did, Judge. Thank you. And thank you for the opportunity to talk to Mr. Gates. He was a pleasant, respectful young man. That goes a long way with me. Judge, he did indicate that he does have 3 children. He has a daughter 9 years old, a daughter 7 years old, a son 2 years old, and he has a son on the way. And I would like to talk to him at a later date concerning some of our conversations yesterday in staffing, but I didn't raise him today. But I will. He's a nice young man, Judge, and I will talk to him. Thank you. He does have employment, working approximately 6 months, as Mr. Yancey indicated. He's a high school graduate from Berkeley High School. He does not have a valid license. However, he doesn't have any drinking and driving cases. I asked him why his license is not valid, and he says outstanding tickets. He said he had tickets here in Detroit and in some of the suburbs, and one of his goals is to get a valid driver's license. And I told him that's one of our goals also. I will be requesting a SOS so I can see what his record is like, but we want to help him get a valid driver's license. And he was receptive to that. Judge, I did talk to him about the court's order. We talked about drug testing. We talked about counseling. We talked about community service. We talked about the fact he cannot leave the state of Michigan without the court's permission. We talked about no drugs and no alcohol. He understood all this. He was receptive to it. We also talked about the court's ability to amend the order, that the court could change the order to fit him to, if he needs to have increased testing or decreased testing. The court has the ability to or amend the order. Judge, he is eligible to participate in drug treatment court under Michigan law, and I'm recommending his participation in drug treatment court. Again, he was a very pleasant young man to talk to, very cooperative, very respectful, and that goes a long way with me. I told him I talk a lot sometimes, But I'm gonna stop talking now. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Mr. Gates. And I believe I answered all his questions, Judge. I asked if you had any questions. You said he didn't have any questions. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Reed. All right, Mr. Gates, you've heard what Mr. Yancey has had to say about you as well as Mr. Reed. What would you like me to know about you?
I know like my record shows like probably something bad, but that's really not who I am. Like if you to get to know me as a person, you understand what I'm saying? Like I know I got like driving tickets and you know, or like I'm here on this drug case. That's not like who I am really as a person. I'm really like a good father, take care of everything. And I do live with my parents because my dad had a stroke and my mom works. So I'm actually there taking care and helping out with them. So
Good.
it's not like I'm, you know.
So you're a good son, you're a good father. And here's the wonderful thing about our program. There are no bad people in our program. We have people that stand before us and they may have made some bad choices or some poor choices, but never bad people. And that's why we have these kind of programs, because we realize that just because people end up in court on whatever the charge may be, doesn't mean that that's who they are. It's just what they did, right? They've done something, but we get to discover and work with who you are and hopefully equip you with some tools to make you better. How about that? To enhance who you are. So I want you to know coming out the gate, I don't think you're a bad person at all. You've had an encounter with the justice system, and we want to make it a good encounter, an encounter where when you leave us, you will have gained some skills, some tools, some resources to help you to be an even better father, an even better son, an even better provider, and all of those good things. How does that sound?
That sounds good, John.
All right, very good. I think yesterday, our encounter, you know that I don't do excuses, right?
Yes, that's why I'm like, this is starting off bad. I don't want her to look at me like I'm, you know, just
No, not at all. Where we start does not have to mean that's where we finish or how we finish. And so, nope, slate is clean. So, but you understand what bag I come out of when folks don't do what they supposed to do, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, very good. Listen, young man, we want to help you. You are going to be surrounded by a great team of people, professionals. I don't know if you've ever had any other court experience, but this court experience will not be like any other court experience that you've had. We are here to help you. We are a problem-solving court. We're not here to just try to solve the problem that brought you to court, but if there are other problems that you're having, other issues, other obstacles that you're facing, we want to be able to help you with those things. Even when we don't have control over it, we roll up our sleeves and we try to at least do something to help individuals that walk through that door or Zoom in for us to help them. But it does require some work from you. It requires you getting up every day and giving 100%, doing your part, okay? It does require you to be honest with us and open with us. Don't wait until the bottom falls out to tell us what's going on. You'll have a case manager assigned to you. Utilize that case manager. Let them know what's going on because we want to help you. We don't want to hurt you. We don't want to punish you. We're not trying to set you up for failure. We want you to win, but it does require you to get up and get in the game and do your part. Do you understand that?
Yes, I sure do.
All right, very good. And so I'm glad that you have decided to work the program. Mr. Yancey, who did Mr. Gates come from? Who referred Mr. Gates to us?
Yeah, that was Judge Bryant.
Judge Bryant. All right. Judge Bryant referred you. Look at your chat, Mr. Yancey. Very good. Then that means Judge Bryant will be checking in on you. She happens to be very near and dear to me, and she will check in to see how she checks in on her clients, the people that she sends to us, to see how they're doing and if there's anything she needs to do to help them. And so to succeed. And so I want you to make sure you know that she didn't just throw you away. She passed you off to good hands, but she will check in on you, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. Mr. Gates, you had an opportunity to go in a breakout room with an attorney. Mr. Reed, are you satisfied that Attorney Reed answered all of your questions?
Yes, Your Honor, yes.
All right, very good. And so you understand I believe, Mr. Reed, the charge that he's on with this court is a dismissible offense.
Yes, Judge, it is. We did talk about that. I indicated to him that it is a dismissible offense. It's a good thing about the program. I also indicated to him that this is a misdemeanor that carries up to 93 days in the county jail. So be concerned. We're here to help you, but work the program. And he wants to do that, Judge. Thank you.
Yes, wonderful. And then Ms. Mack, did you look to see if Mr. Gates had any other outstanding matters at 36th District Court?
No, I didn't, but I will give you 2 seconds, Judge.
All right, wonderful. And so, Mr. Gates, do you know of any other tickets you have anywhere else other than 36th District Court?
Yes, I know I have like a lot of tickets that I need to take care of, and I'm actually honored that Mr. Reed said that y'all can help me with that. I greatly appreciate that. Cause I've been trying to get my license. It's just been like, I always put myself on the back burner. I got kids and I take care of my people, so I always make myself last. I need to stop doing that, so.
Well, we want you to do some self-care, Mr. Gates. And so once you start working this program, Mr. Reed, Mr. Yancey, if he's assigned to you, let's find out who those outside cases are. I don't have any control over those cases, but we can certainly let the judge know that this is what he's doing. He's with us. And sometimes judges have said, okay, we'll work with them, but it's totally up to them. But you have to work the program. And then also, Mr. Reed, depending on how extensive his driving record is, if you get that SOS, he may just need to start calling and setting up some dates and things of that nature. I don't know.
Yes, Judge, I would ask if the court could forward me a copy of his SOS so I can take a look and see what he has in our jurisdiction and what he has in any of the suburban jurisdictions. Thank you, Judge. We want to help him. Thank you, Judge.
Yes, thank you. And Ms. Mack, were you able to see, did you pass out looking at Mr. Mack, Mr. Gates' record in Detroit? Or are you still with us?
Woo! Judge,
Oh,
yeah, he got some work to do. Let's just say that.
All right. And we're going to, Miss, I'm scared to have you send that to me. Miss Mack, I need you to send the summary and the SOS to Mr. Reed, and go ahead and send me the summary as well. And make sure you send the summary to Mr. Rosenthal. Probably want to take a look at it too. We gonna work with you, young man, but you're gonna have to roll up those sleeves and work it, okay? We might as well all pass out together. We just gonna all pass out together. Pass out together, all of
I
us.
just knew I was in this alone, so, you know, help me, that would be great.
Yes, all right, but you have to help yourself, sir. All right? So you're gonna come out the gate, you're gonna be testing. Mr. Yancey's gonna set you up for testing, a minimum of 2 times per week, random, without excuse. Call every day. Don't try to count tests. Don't try to see what day the week starts, what day it is. Just call every day. If they say your color drop or your number drop, get up and go and test immediately so you don't have any issues. Also, there's an assessment that you're gonna have to do. Mr. Yancey's gonna get you acclimated to know what you need to do and get it done. Those are the things I'm looking for when you come back, okay? All right, and so you know what substances you can't use. You can't use alcohol, marijuana, all of that stuff. We're in a treatment court. And so we wanna get you to where you're not dependent on any substances, and then you can tap into your full potential and hopefully do some great, not hopefully, you will do some great things going forward, okay? All right, very good. I was trying to wait to see, but I'm not. Miss Mack, let me know when you text over that summary. Mr. Yancey, What else did you take the time to determine whether or not Mr. Gates is, or if he's ever been a violent offender, and whether or not he is a substantial threat to the public?
Your Honor, he has not been a violent offender according to all my checks, and he's not a substantial risk to the public at all.
All right, wonderful. And Mr. Reed, you took the time to determine that your client is in fact eligible to participate in our specialty court pursuant to Michigan law?
Yes, Judge, he is eligible to participate in our specialty court pursuant to Michigan law. Yes, Judge, he is.
All right, very good. Then with that, Ms. Mack, I don't know if you sent anything over. I'm still accepting no matter what that summary says. But with that, you are accepted into our specialty court. I look forward to working with you, Mr. Gates. Come on, roll up your sleeves. Let's do it. I'm going to see you in 2 weeks, but you'll be talking with Mr. Yancey, if not today, but prior to those 2 weeks that you're scheduled to see me. So Mr. Yancey, give me the dates for Mr. Gates.
Yes, Your Honor. We're going to have him come back on April 25th at 8:35, 2 weeks from now.
All right. And that's going to be is that on a Tuesday?
We want to have him come back on a Monday, if that's okay.
That's perfect. I'm going to tell y'all a thought I had about Tuesdays. All right. That is perfect. So April 25th at 8:35 a.m., you're going to Zoom on. You don't have to physically come to the courtroom unless you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And then you're going to get a call saying the judge want to see you in person.
Okay, well, I'll be seeing you on Zoom.
All right, very good. I love it. All right, look at that. That's that 28-year-old wisdom already done kicked in. All right, very good. Thank you for hanging with us this morning. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. But Mr. Yancey, are you releasing Mr. Gates, or is there some more things?
I'm going to have him come upstairs and talk to me for a little while, and then after that, he's free to go.
All right, Mr. Gates. So you're going to go see Mr. Yancey, all right? Okay. All right, thank you, sir. Okay. All right, who do we have up next for intake after they wipe the podium?
Ms. Cleveland has.
Mr. Ritzinger, yes. Sorry, Ms. Reed.
Okay, are we ready on Grits Zinger?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Officer Lott. I have the following for Mr. Christopher Gritzinger, U620-04221. Mr. Gritzinger, state your full name for me, please.
Christopher Gritzinger.
All right, how are you this morning, sir?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right, very good. We're glad to have you with us. We are. All right, good, good. All right, who's presenting Mr. Gritzinger? Ms. Cleveland?
Thank you, Your Honor. Toshi Cleveland, case manager for specialty court. Mr. Gritzinger was referred to our office on March 28, 2022 by Judge Perkins. Mr. Gritzinger's charge is a narcotic violation. He is 33 years old. He is a Caucasian male. He has completed his GED and has obtained some high school education and a GED, and he has indicated to me that he is interested in taking more classes or going further in his education. He is currently working full-time, Your Honor, and he does not have any children. Therefore, custody is not an issue for him, Your Honor. He does have a valid license. That's what he reports. Mr. Gritzinger does want to participate in our specialty court program. He is at least 18 years old. Mr. Gritzinger has admitted to the conditions that have brought him before you today. He does not have any prior felony violent convictions for violent offenses. He has not participated in a specialty court program within the past 10 years, Your Honor. He is eligible today, and I do recommend him for our program.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. Who went in the breakout room with Mr. Gritzinger?
I did, Judge. Thank you. And thank you for the opportunity to talk to the gentleman in the breakout room. Put on the record, first of all, he was respectful, courteous, polite. That goes a long way with me. Judge, we did talk. As Ms. Cleveland indicated, he's 33 years of age, has a GED. He's worked at the same company for approximately 4 years. He does have a valid driver's license. We did go over the court order. We talked about drug testing, counseling, community service, arms, paying fines and costs. We also talked about the fact he cannot leave the state of Michigan without permission of the judge. We talked about no drugs, no alcohol. We also talked about the fact that this is a dismissible case. If he successfully completes drug treatment, this case could be dismissed. It also carries up to 93 days in the county jail. We talked about that. Judge, he is eligible to participate in drug treatment court pursuant to Michigan law. He indicated he would like to participate in the program. I'm recommending his participation in drug treatment court. Thank you, Judge. Again, he was cooperative, respectful, 33 years of age, pleasant to talk to, and he wants to work the program. And I'm recommending him. Judge.
All right, thank you, thank you. All right, Mr. Gritzinger, you've heard the report from Ms. Cleveland and from Mr. Reed. What would you like me to know about you?
I definitely made mistakes in the past. I don't believe that that makes me as a person. You know, I'm a good person, and you'll see that, you know, by the end of this, that, you know, I follow through with what I'm supposed to do and try my hardest at what I'm doing.
All right, very good. Did you hear what I told Mr. Gates earlier? There are no bad people in this program. None, not at all. And that's what we hope to show you and give you an opportunity to show us as well. But just in case you don't know, we want to show you there are no bad people in this program. We want to tap into those things that we know that's good about you, and you know that's good about you, and help you to become better at the things that you're doing and you wish to accomplish in life. And so I'm glad that you realize that you do understand that the substance that you're using, that there's no happy ending to it, right?
Yes, I understand.
All right. And so, and you've been honest about your last use with Miss Cleveland?
Yes.
All right, very good. Did you test on today?
I tested today and I tested 3 times so far in dance.
All right, very good. Then you're doing very well. You're doing very well. And so, Miss Cleveland, did you get test results for today?
Yes, Your Honor. Everything is clear. The only thing is he has one substance at a very low level. I indicated that to you by a chat that, but that's gonna take a little bit of time to come out of his system. But he did admit that to me. Just one, not chat, I'm sorry, text. Sorry about that. And, but.
Got it.
I use the letter. All
right, yes, ma'am, I have it.
All right.
It's in the wrong place. All right, and so you understand, Mr. Gritzinger, that from this day forward, you can't use that substance and the number should consistently decrease, okay? Yes, and if you as much as puff one time, those numbers are gonna go up, which is an indicator of new use. And that's gonna be problematic, okay? All right, very good. Miss Cleveland, did Mr. Gritzinger get on the 1-800 number, or is he going to be assessed through his private insurance?
Yes, Your Honor. He was assessed through his private insurance at the onset when he first was referred to us. He had a little period of time to adjust, but they did a very good, clear path for him into the program that he's in now. And I'm just waiting on the clinical assessment to come to me. So they've already completed it because I've been in touch with his therapist.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, Miss Cleveland. All right, and so with that, it sounds like you're in good shape. Miss Cleveland, your recommendation as to the number of times that he should test during the week.
Your Honor, he should test based on his substance of choice 3 times a week, Your Honor, randomly at James.
All right, did you hear that, Mr. Gritzinger?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we're gonna do 3 times random. Doesn't mean you're gonna have to do that throughout the life of the program, but to start, we're gonna do 3 times random. So as I indicated earlier, call every day. Don't try to count them out because I may say throw in an extra test for everybody this week. It's a holiday. So just call every day and get up and go, okay?
Yes.
All right, very good. Mr. Gritzinger, did you have any questions for the team this morning?
No, so far, everything's been explained really good, and I understand what I'm getting myself into, and look forward to, the next step.
All right, very good. Who was the attorney that went in to the breakout with Mr. Gritzinger?
I did, Judge.
All right, and Mr. Reed, his charge is a dismissible charge. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge, it is a dismissible charge. If he successfully completes drug treatment court, we can recommend that charge be dismissed.
Absolutely. Very good. Very good. And then Mr. Gritzinger, do you have your driver's? Yes, you have a valid driver's license, so that's not an issue. And so you're in good shape. I'm looking forward to working with you. Mr. Reed, did you explain to your client my ability to change or amend the order at any time, as well as him having to comply with everything in the order?
Yes, Judge, we did talk about the court's ability to change, to amend, alter the order. He's aware of that. He understands incentives, sanctions, and Judge, he wants to participate, and I am recommending him for participation in the program.
All right, very good. Mr. Gritzinger, are you satisfied that all of your questions have been answered on today?
Yes.
All right, very good. Then I'm welcoming you into our specialty court. We look forward to working with you. I'm sure you've heard what I'm sure you heard what I indicated to Mr. Gates about the team of professionals. We're here to help. It does take you being honest and open to let us know how we can help you. You will have a case manager. Even if you don't want to say something to me in open court that's streamed live, you can go through your case manager. They know how to contact me every day of the week, all day. And so make sure that you let them know. Don't feel like you're out there on your own. We want to be able to help you, and we have what it takes to help you, but it does require work from you. So do I have your commitment to work the program?
Absolutely.
All right, wonderful. Who's your support system, Mr. Gritzinger?
Mostly my family, my father, and my brother.
I'm sorry, say that again. Your family, who does
My
that
father and
consist
my
of?
brother.
Your father and your brother.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Make sure that you let them know I appreciate their willingness to help you because it takes all of us working together, okay?
Your Honor, his father is present in the courtroom as well. His father did attend court with him today.
Oh, wonderful. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, thank you for bringing your son. Thank you for being in his corner. We appreciate that. It takes everybody working together to help him get over this hurdle because he is a good person. And so we want to tap into that good person so that he can become even better. So thank you for your help and for your commitment to help him. Okay?
Yeah, these drugs are a terrible thing that these people are getting hooked on. And
Yeah.
I wish there was a way they could get them totally out of the system.
Yes, I wish there were too, some kind of way. And believe it or not, on my downtime, I sometimes watch documentaries about the war on drugs and the efforts that have been made to keep them from getting into the United States and all of those things. And I don't know how we stop it. And that's why we have to work with the people to teach them to say no and to not try it and, not utilize it at all. And so, yeah, it's the age-old issue. But thank you for your commitment. We're doing it one day at a time here at 36th District Court. And so thank you for joining us, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right, Mr. Gritzinger, if you don't have any other questions, I'm going to get your next dates from Miss Cleveland. Miss Cleveland, what's next?
Thank you, Your Honor. He would be returning next week. I think that's next week, Friday, the 22nd at 8:35 a.m., Your Honor, via Zoom.
All right, very good. April 22nd at 8:35 a.m. will be your return to court date, and you will do it on Zoom unless you hear something otherwise through your case manager, okay?
Okay, I'll see you next week.
All right, very good. Thank you for your patience this morning. Take care.
You too.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. I think we have one more intake in the courtroom after the officer cleans off the podium. My ink pen just ran out of ink. And so I've got to see if I have another one down here. Give me 1 second while the officer is clearing off the podium. Are we ready on Mr. Brown?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
I have the following case for Mr. Brown. I have case number 18044104001. And once Mr. Brown joins us at the podium, Mr. Brown, state your name for me.
William Brown.
All right, good morning to you, sir. Good morning, Mr. Brown. I didn't hear you. Good morning.
You have to speak into the mic, sir. Yeah, good morning.
Okay, thank you so much. You do have to speak into the mic. All right. Ms. Ross, you are going to present Mr. Brown this morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Before the court, Your Honor, we have Mr. William Brown. He is a referral from Judge Bryant. He is a 75-year-old single African-American male. He is an Army veteran. His charge is operating while intoxicated. His highest level of education is some college. He is retired from GM. He was a welder for several years. He does have 3 adult children, ages 50, 35, and 33, whom are his support system. He does, Your Honor, have a restricted license. He has been referred to Mr. Kushiri for his clinical assessment. He does admit, Your Honor, to having a substance use challenge. He did test on today, Your Honor, with the results yielding positive for a substance, which led to also, Your Honor, led to some recommendations. He did, Your Honor, complete a pre-sentence investigation. He does need to do the needs assessment. He does, Your Honor, have some significant medical issues, which I'll discuss on a later during staffing. He has been referred, Your Honor, on today after court to go to the VA so that he can be assessed. He does, Your Honor, have, again, a support system. He does, Your Honor, I did have the opportunity, Your Honor, to go into a breakout room and discuss with Attorney Fikens as well as Attorney Rosenthal some things as it relates to those medical issues, his charge, and some recommendations, again, Your Honor, that I would like to put on the record once we proceed, if possible.
Okay, wonderful. Who wants to address the court next?
I can go ahead, Your Honor, unless Attorney Fikens wants to go before me. I had a chance to speak with Mr. Brown and Miss Robs. And Mr. Brown, he wants to get on track. You know, he does understand the implications of, you know, the infraction that he got and his ongoing medical issues, as well as his substance abuse issue when with alcohol. I do think Mr. Brown is serious about taking this issue to the next level, which is rehabilitation, and also just a better life for him and his family. What I'm recommending, Your Honor, is that Mr. Brown, for his use of substance, and I think Ms. Robs agrees with me, is that he does, you know, testing 3 weeks, some mental health as well, with the ongoing issues given the circumstances, and then having an interlock device. I don't want to give any alcohol tether or anything like that, Your Honor, but I do think it's important to have an interlock device on his vehicle, just to take that out of the equation for Mr. Brown as well as for us, because we want to see him successfully complete this program, and we just want to be here to help him and assist him in any way possible with that, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Ms. Mack, did you take an opportunity to look at whether or not Mr. Brown had some additional charges at 36th District Court?
Give me 1 second, I'll make sure right now, Judge.
Okay, very good.
And I did want to also add, Your Honor, that he is active with all his appointments at the VA. He was able to show us a list of the appointments he does have for his medical health coming up. I think it was through August or October. So I did want to add that he's very active, Your Honor.
All right, and so Attorney Rosenthal and Attorney Fikes, you both had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Brown on this morning. Do you all believe that he is capable of going forward with an intake on today, despite his testing results?
I do, Your Honor. I think I talked to him for a while, and I believe he's coherent. I don't know the testing levels, but he certainly was responsive. Didn't seem out of sorts mentally or emotionally.
Yes, Your Honor, he did admit that he did have a shot on Sunday. He said it was the 10th, and that may be why he did come up positive. Even though he is having an issue, this did happen before intake, and I do want to give him that chance to take the initial steps in vet treatment court.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, Mr. Fikes, what would you like me to know about Mr. Brown?
Thank you, Your Honor. And thank you for the opportunity to speak to Mr. Brown. He certainly is a pleasant individual. He appeared to me to be honest. We talked about honesty somewhat. We talked about the need to communicate. We talked about what this court is looking for is certainly honesty in the desire and want to get better. And that's manifested in 3 ways: one through testing, meetings, and treatment. And I think Mr. Brown understood that and was ready to get going and ready to do the work ahead of him. We talked about falling down. We talked about getting back up. I think Mr. Brown understands that now, that you can't take a drink when you want to, that it does have repercussions, but that we want to steer you in the right, good direction to overcome it. So you can be honest with yourself and say, I can do this. I can live my life the way I want to without being dependent on substances. So we had a good conversation, Judge. I asked him if he wanted the program. He said he wanted the program. He wanted to do the program. He thinks he can do the program. I think he can do the program, Your Honor. I recommend him for acceptance into the program. I will note, just parenthetically, maybe we don't have the right form. The form was on a drug court form, Judge. Maybe it should be on a veterans form, but
yes,
that's a minor problem.
Okay, all right, very good, thank you. All right, Mr. Brown, is there anything that you would like me to know about you in addition to what you've heard already?
Say that I made a mistake in the past. I'm trying to correct all.
I'm having a hard time hearing you. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing.
I say, yeah, I did make a mistake in the past, but I'm trying to correct it. I'm willing to go along with the program, try to make the best out of it I can do.
All right, Mr. Brown, do you understand that you have a problem with alcohol?
Well, I do have a problem where I drink, yeah, so I have to admit, sometimes that, there's a problem.
Okay.
Anytime you are driving and risking other people's life, that become a problem. So,
And risking your life too, right?
beg your pardon?
And risking your life too, right?
Yeah, that's true, that is so true.
Yeah.
So, just trying to move on from and try to make the best as possible.
All right. Well, listen, first of all, I want to thank you for your service to this country. Thank you for putting on the uniform. What branch of the military did you serve in?
Thank you.
What branch did you serve in?
What branch of service did you serve in, sir?
The Army.
Thank you.
My hearing's kind of, thank you, it's in the Army, yeah.
You have to talk in that mic or I can't hear you.
Yes, I served in the Army.
All right, wonderful. Thank you for that service. Can everyone join me in thanking Mr. Brown for his service today, putting on the uniform for us? Thank you. You have served all of us by serving this country, and we appreciate you. All right. So, yes, sir. All right. And so, Mr. Brown, thank you for the opportunity to serve you through our Veterans Treatment Court. We want to serve you. You deserve it. And we owe that to you. And so you've agreed to work the program and we want you to work the program. There's a couple of recommendations I believe Ms. Robs is going to make in addition to the recommendation regarding the interlock on his vehicle. And so the prosecutor has made that recommendation and I want to hear from Ms. Robs.
Yes, Your Honor. I did have the opportunity to speak with Attorney Rosenthal as well as Attorney Fikens. I do agree, Your Honor, that the Smart Start device would be a good thing for Mr. Brown. I know he, has his apprehensions about it, but as we explained to him, that this will probably be one of the best decisions, for him, and it will be in his best interest. Your Honor, he is. I think by the end of the conversation, I believe that, he agrees with that. I just really want to just stress to Mr. Brown, it's just important that he definitely follows up today with the VA. That's one of the recommendations as well, Your Honor, that he follows up with the VA. I've spoken with Mr. Kushiri for him to attend the VA once he leaves court so that he can get set up with the proper services to assist him, Your Honor, with the other issues that are going on. But I do want to say I do concur and I do recommend him, Your Honor, as a candidate for our Veteran Specialty Court.
All right, very good, very good. If nothing else, Mr. Brown, do you have some questions?
This by saying everything. Nothing further this time. I just appreciate you. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
And so this is what we're going to do, Ms. Robs. I'm granting the request. I'm going to have the interlock put on immediately on his motor vehicle. Doesn't mean it'll be on the entire program, but it will go on right now. And so I think until we get him on a good path, that's keeping everybody safe, including him, including keeping himself safe. And so we want to make sure we do that. So I'll do the Smart Start. I'll follow the other recommendations, of course, that are outlined in the court order. Please add the interlock for his car, add that to the order as well. And so let's get with Smart Start today. I need them to do this as soon as possible, like today. That's really my soon as possible is today. All right. And so, Mr. Brown, I look forward to working with you. It is going to be work, but it's going to be good work. And so I hope that I have your commitment to roll up your sleeves, jump in with us. You're going to get some great assistance through the Veterans Administration. We have a direct connect there through Mr. Kushiri. And so it's just a lot of good things can happen in this program. And so do you have any other questions for the team today?
Not at this time. I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, and we appreciate you as well. Ms. Robs, what's going to be next for Mr. Brown?
Your Honor, for Mr. Brown, if we could have him return to court April 26th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
All right, very good. Did you get that, Mr. Brown?
That's April the 26th.
Yes, sir.
At two-
At
at what
8:35 a.m. That's a Tuesday. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, you're very welcome. Thank you. All right.
Thank you, Your
can have
Honor.
a seat, wait for, yes, thank you to the team. You can have a seat and wait for Ms. Robs to come and see you, okay? All right, very good. All right, team, is there anything else? I know that Ms. Roberta Cross was supposed to come in today. Ms. Robs has, not Ms. Robs, Ms. Cleveland has not been able to contact her. And so Ms. Cleveland, if you can hear me, let's just keep her on the dates that she was already scheduled and we'll get her.
Ms. Cleveland stepped out, Judge.
Oh, she did? Okay.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. All right, very good. But we'll catch up with her. Keep her regular. Does she have a future court date already scheduled?
Ms. Cross, hold on 1 second, I'll look.
Let's just see.
I can't believe she left the court without having a date, Judge.
I don't believe she did either. I just want to see how quickly it is. Because she's drinking.
Date from her. I'm calling Ms. Cleveland now, Judge, to ask.
Okay, very good. All right, with that, today is Tuesday. And when we staffed for Tuesday. We did not staff for Thursday, or did we? We did not staff for Thursday. We did not. All right. And so, yeah. Okay, we'll figure it out, because I know there's a couple of meetings, but we'll definitely, we'll figure it out. Okay,
Yes, Judge.
all right, very good. Miss
Judge, I have the date for Ms. Cross. She's scheduled for April